I'm sipping, 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 I'm sipping.
Sipping, I'm 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 sipping. Sipping, I'm 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 sipping.
This is Sippin' with Sammy. I am Mr. Flaujae, only the one and only Sippin' with Sammy. Sam Malone, Barstool Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammy, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together.
Damn Sammy, you done. Damn Sammy, you done. Damn Sammy, you done fucked up.
Yup! What's up with y'all, man? Happy Monday, happy hour, all that flyness. It's a scorch out there, but it's better than rain. Hopefully everybody had a good day. Hopefully everybody's groovy. Hopefully everybody has a glass or something to put their bic to or whatever have you. Because we vibing this evening, man. Another good week, good Monday, good topics. Got at least one or two good co-hosts coming through. But in the meanwhile, I do have a K with me.
Yup, I'm here.
What's up with you? How you feeling?
Living the dream.
As usual, whatever the hell that means. But yeah, like I said, good Monday, good Monday, good Monday. Some great topics. I know y'all don't know our process, but I actually tried to pull back a little bit on my topics. I said I'm gonna send a few because we be getting long in the tooth, and we still wind up with about 30 topics anyway. So we gonna have a good time and see how much of it we could get through. Do you need a moment to check all the situations and all of that?
I am actually almost done.
All right, shout out to everybody that's tapping in. I see the names popping up in the chat. Please comment. Let us know where you from, cause last week we had all type of folks tapped in that we was appreciative to be able to reach. It was dope. Y'all know we had a wild weekend, but we ain't gonna have no dark show, and we ain't gonna ignore what's going on either, but definitely gonna enjoy it. So come on in. We got some sports for y'all. We got some music, little battle rap news. We got all type of stuff going on.
I'm actually about to put the full topic list in the chat, or not the chat, the description, so you guys can all see it. Yeah,
so that y'all can see what we got coming up. I actually thought it was in there, but it's cool now. It is, and now I'm sure we'll see more of y'all. But that's the whole list right there.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see. I want to see it again. Oh, all right, there it go. Yeah, that's the whole list.
Yeah.
All right, cool. But yeah, let us know where y'all from. A lot of international sports stuff going on this weekend too.
Absolutely.
What a strange time to be alive.
For more reasons than one this week.
I don't even hear you on your mic. I don't know what's going on.
I think that's just because my mic is low.
No, now I hear you.
Yeah, because now I'm speaking into it.
Yeah, you gotta speak into your mic. That's how these things work.
I'm aware. I'm just trying to do 4 things at the same time.
No, I see. Like I said, if y'all in the chat, any input, anything y'all wanna add that makes sense, we will reply to when we see it. But not as soon as we see it. Let me be clear. Give us a second or two. Let it get situated. Let us get through the sentences that we saying before y'all start saying, you're not reading my chat. Not academics. Love y'all, but we got, you know what I mean? Gotta talk too. So while Kay gets things situated, right after she's done that, our first topic will be the weekend recap, which is actually an interesting one this week, man. Very interesting weekend. And we're gonna get to it. I think we almost there though.
Yeah, we're there. I was just
Good.
trying to get the topics list on the TikTok, but I can't figure out how to edit the TikTok description. So I'm gonna give up.
We'll have to do it better next week. Oh, good.
But for those of you who are tuning in on the TikTok, we appreciate you. We just don't have it in here.
My bad. Well, her bad.
My
well,
bad.
I'm taking credit for it.
No, it's my bad.
Solid. So what's going on, man? What we doing, Kay?
All right, well, I guess it's time. Might as well get into our weekend recap.
Word.
So, Sam, why don't you start us off?
The weekend was basically Saturday, right? What happened Friday? Nothing?
I don't think so.
So
we filmed on Friday.
We filmed on Friday with... Was that Nobody?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shout out Nobody. We filmed with Nobody.
No, it was Touch Money Nah.
Oh, Touch Money Nah. That's right. Shout out to Touch Money Nah. But either way, we got episodes with both of them accomplished last week that'll be coming out very soon. Dope conversations with them. But on Friday, we went to the crier screen, and I wanted you to introduce the crier situation because you know you better at that than me.
Oh,
Shout out to Cousin Zach.
Yeah, so on Saturday we went to a movie premiere for a local independent film produced by Redemption 46 Studios called Criers. So this was actually the second part of a kind of ongoing series of movies. They are all about the decaying, is that what they called them? I know they called them eaters, but...
Eaters, there was another branch
Criers.
that was... And it was the Decayers.
The Decayers.
Yeah, because they said it was less of them now. So that was a different branch.
Yep. So anyway, they're all part of the same type of universe. This was the second movie in the universe called Criers. And we got to go to the premiere to it. Like Sam said, his cousin Zach was the lead videographer on the project. So that was very exciting to see a lot of his work. And the premiere itself was a very, very dope situation. I mean, the movie itself, I got to give it up to the cast first and foremost, because that was one of the best casts overall that I have seen on a local movie production here in Philly. They really had an all-star cast. There wasn't one person that I could point at and be like, oh, they're a bad actor.
And everybody was beautiful for some reason. It was weird. It was just like everybody was gorgeous.
They absolutely were. So shout out to the cast. Y'all killed it. But the movie itself was also very well done. Great production value. Obviously, the videography itself was great. But they also definitely took extra steps in terms of sound design, special effects, those types of things. It was...
Makeup.
Yeah, it is a zombie-style film, so there's a lot of extra effects and CGI and things like that kind of go into it, but they handled it masterfully. So shout out to everybody involved in the film.
We did bring the cameras with us, so we do have some BTS coming soon. Be able to put together a nice little... We might got about 10 minutes worth of stuff for y'all coming, depending on how the edit goes, but... It was a great time. You'll be able to meet some of the cast. And rest in peace, Nick, who was the brain behind this whole project. And he actually passed, they said, when it was 90% of the way finished. Mm-hmm. And I got to talk to his mom and hug his mom. And she got to speak about how she felt about the project. So I'm really excited for y'all to see that. Just stay tuned. It'll be on the channel very soon. We actually got another piece of behind-the-scenes content we ain't get out yet, too. So we got y'all. Next, after I left there, we shot straight to my man, Chief the Truth, a.k.a. Red's crib. Mm-hmm. Shout out to his lady, Key. It was Red's birthday, man, and she hit up a bunch of folks. She's good at that, doing it behind the scenes. He don't know who coming, none of that stuff. And it was a nice turnout. We got there a little later than I expected to get there, and then we stayed a lot later than I expected to stay. But it's always dope to be with Squad. Watching everybody toasting and laughing and everybody rolling and smoking something good. And Key had the hors d'oeuvres and the food and the pastries and they was serving ice cream scoops on top of cake and these little cake cups. It was going down out there, man. Especially, smoke a little bit. You was in a good place to land. But shout out to Red, man. Happy birthday once again. Always love you, bro. Squad for life. You know how we do. And then Sunday... Since my man Ant, he came up from Maryland to go to Red's joint. So we met with Ant the next morning to go to brunch. Did the brunch thing with my guy before he left the city. Well, he from Philly, so he had to get a haircut before he left the city. But yeah. So I just overall I enjoyed my weekend and I'm proud of my people, man. Proud of my folks. Anything you wanted to add?
No, I mean, you basically summed it all up. We had a bit about the same weekend, so.
Yeah. All right, cool. So let's get off our weekend. Let's stop making it about us. Let's talk about some stuff.
Let's do it.
What's happening out here, man?
Well, I'm hesitant on where we should start today because we got a lot to talk about, and some very interesting things happened over the weekend. But I don't want to start with all of the good stuff. So let's start with something that happened a little earlier in the week. Let's start with the Espys.
Oh yeah. Espys. It's a good place for you to start.
All right, so I believe it was on Tuesday were the Espy Awards, and it was hosted by Serena Williams, none other than, who looked amazing in all of her outfit changes. But the Espys, if you are not familiar, are the Sports People of the Year awards. So this awards best team of the year, best sports male, best sports female, all of those types of different things. So Sam, you had a chance to watch the event. What did you think of it?
I think the Espys was good. I want to premise everything by saying that for people that don't watch the Espys, everybody dresses up, but it's a very relaxed award show. There's always heavy on the comedy, and they don't take themselves too seriously. They for the big awards, you want to be super serious for that, but outside of that, there's always a lot of jokes, and sometimes they come from places that you don't expect them.
Yep.
And I think that was one of the highlights, which everybody's talking about, was whoever was writing for Serena was on one. Because she literally came out, saluted everybody, described everybody in the room, and said, but what we did learn this year is that none of us, not even me, wants to start anything with Kendrick Lamar.
Facts.
And they not like us. And then she started walking on them, you know what I'm saying? A little walk that she could do with that tight dress with them heels. It was funny. And I thought that was interesting because she actually dragged that out a little bit. But overall, she did a great job. Dawn Staley gave a great speech. Dawn made a joke about why shouldn't she talk about the pay gap where she do the same job as everybody else, but she win way more and get paid way less, and that hit like a motherfucker.
'Cause it's true.
It's so hard. Like, yeah, Dawn, tell them you be winning.
Right.
I know we wearing Louis, but we ain't happy. We ain't satisfied. I heard that. So, no, overall, it was dope. It did seem like what I saw it described as like a celebration of women in sports. Seen a lot of that going on.
But I mean, you gotta say, women in sports had a great year this year.
Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
knockout year for the WNBA and just college women's basketball as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, U.S. gymnastics, U.S. sprinting. We had two big stories with Simone Biles and Sha'Carri getting ready for the Olympics. There's a lot happening in female sports, so I feel like that's okay.
No, it was great. I mean, see, my thing is I understand what it takes to put on a production or a show.
Right.
I understand what it takes to put out content and things like that. Even documentaries, whatever. Like, I know what the premise is. So if you pick a direction and you execute it well, I'm accepting of that. It doesn't have to be the same direction that I'm expecting. That's not why you get different people to produce on different years and have different content every year. You can't even control what happens every year, right?
Or different hosts.
Yeah. So if the women had a wave, then let's run with the wave. That's what the people want to see. And being as though the wave is happening, there are a lot of things being accomplished. So yeah, why not? I was with it. I'm not complaining at all. Trust me.
Now, I do have one criticism I gotta share about the ESPY Awards this year.
I'm listening.
So, one of their big awards was to Prince Harry.
Yeah, man.
For the Invictus Games.
Yeah, man.
Which were actually started quite a few years ago in 2021. And I just felt like that entire award was like a PR stunt just to continue to make him relevant in American culture because the Brits hate him so much. I don't know. It just felt really weird to me and like out of place, and like it wasn't his year. It wasn't an award that he needed to win. It was weird to me.
Also, Serena made a comment. See, I'm not aware of the political reasons that would happen, but it definitely was a strange award to me. Or a strange recipient. One thing that Serena did, she made reference to an athlete that was in the crowd, football player, I forget his name, that had spoke down about women's sports.
Oh, it was the kicker from the Eagles.
Yeah, what's his name?
I want to say Bucker or...
And she made a little joke, if you don't want to see who's going, then don't watch, like, type of thing. And then people were doing think pieces saying that she is abandoning the population that these girls are trying to garner with that kind of rhetoric. And I'm like, that's a reach?
That's a hard reach.
Like, that's crazy. Like, and it was a joke. It wasn't even like she was her feelings. Like she didn't even act like she was hurt by it.
Oh, the comments just corrected me. He's not from the Eagles, but his
No,
name
I didn't
is
think he
Butker.
was an Eagle. All right, thank you.
Okay, he's a kicker though, right? I forget what team he's from. Let me know.
There's been so many names this week, man.
I know.
I'm sorry. I apologize to y'all in advance. It has
That
been
was my
crazy
fault.
for somebody that intakes so much information every day. It's been a lot of new names coming across my plate, and they messing up some of the old ones I'm usually able to recall. But I think the award show was a success. I think that they got the right amount of attention that they wanted. I think it's dope that the whole world is acknowledging that we saw what we saw out of Kendrick. And Serena is connected to it. She's in the song, right? Motherfuckers done dissed her husband before. So like, I think all of that was cool. It was a good night. It was very late though, which means I was twisted, but I had a good time. So if it was anything that people thought was a little weird, I probably didn't notice because I was enjoying myself. But no, I'm dead serious. Because you fell asleep.
Oh, I definitely fell asleep. I didn't even watch the beginning of it.
She's out of there.
Yeah, did not last.
I was laughing like a mug.
That's alright. Make fun of me all you want.
All right, so what's up now?
Let's talk about the WNBA.
Let's get to it.
All right, so the last few weeks we have been discussing Angel Reese and all of her double-doubles. Unfortunately, her streak has now come to an end after Liberty ended up quadruple teaming her to end their game, which makes her streak over at 15 double-doubles in a row. So before we go any further, I just want to say another congratulations to Angel Reese, because 15 double-doubles in a row is not anything to laugh at.
It's the first time.
But I also think it's crazy yet expected, that a team had to quadruple team her in order to end the streak. So what were your thoughts on this?
I was amazed she still had 8 points. I was trying, I didn't see the game, so I'm like, what the hell was she in foul trouble the whole game? Why did she only have 8 points? Like, if I'm trying to get a double-double, traditionally, the issue is the rebounds or the assists. Like, it's not the points.
Right.
Because you only need 10 points. That's 5 buckets, couple foul shots, 4 buckets. Like, it's not hard to get to 10, yo. So I was just amazed, and I'm not downing her by saying that. I just really want to know what happened before that, and I should have looked back and watched the highlights. Because I didn't... When they quadruple teamed her, I'm like, so what she got, 10 and 9? And they like, no, she got 8 points. I'm like, oh!
Yep.
Because, you could pad the board, too. So, like, say, for instance, I only got 9 rebounds. I could throw it off the backboard, grab it back, and then lay it up. Now I got 10 rebounds. So I'm like, maybe they was doing that kind of hating. But no, they really... I'm not mad at them, man. It is what it is, man.
Well, and that's why I said it's kind of
we ain't letting you break records on us.
Right.
Like,
You're
nobody's
not going to get
it.
another double-double on my team, period.
Yeah, nobody's going to let
15.
you do it.
No.
Now, if she may have been had a slight better, more of a vet or a higher IQ, she might have been able to turn that into points, being as though all 4 of them was around her. She might have been able to pull, something freaky to make somebody react and get her a foul or something. But they did their job.
They did their job.
They did their job. And her career in this season is not about streaks. Her having a streak was awesome, and she did that, and she broke it, and she put a little bit more sauce on top of the last record, right?
Absolutely.
So that's fire. So we're not going to judge her by how long the streak went. It was amazing that it lasted, and it's going to start again next game.
Right.
The streak starts back next game. We're going to be on number 8, like, she going to do it again?
She going to break her own record?
Because I'm predicting that she's going to average a double-double in her career. I've been saying that since a month ago. I think she is going to average a double-double. And they get a break because women's basketball is about to take a little intermission, right?
Yes.
WNBA.
All-Star break is next week, and then Olympic break is immediately after that for the
And
following
she's not
two.
on the Olympic team.
Correct.
She is on All-Star. Congratulations. But so yeah, she'll have time to get her life together, actually lock in and get some one-on-one work that she might not have been able to get done recently as much as she wanted to. Or like, cause see, the thing with ball, you can go to the gym, but who you training with, right? So when you get to a certain level, you need a trainer that can teach you certain things that you didn't learn up until that point. If she has a break, that might make it more convenient for her to get with said trainers, is what I'm saying.
That, and I feel like she hasn't had a recovery period.
No, them knees got a hoit.
Yeah.
And she got bad knees.
Yeah. She's still coming off of her entire college season, straight into WNBA, no recovery break. I feel like take a week, man. You get 4 off. Take one of those to just chill and relax those joints.
No, I think one of them weeks is definitely tanning and ice bathing.
Right.
Tanning, ice bath, shit like that. Like, just relax yourself and then heal your body.
Absolutely. Well, while we're talking about the WNBA All-Star break, they also announced what the format was going to be for the All-Star game itself.
Open the door.
So the All-Star game is actually going to be the Olympic basketball team versus the All-Star team. So I wanted to point that out and see what your thoughts were on that.
So they're doing Olympic team versus the All-Star versus WNBA All-Star team for the All-Star game?
Yes.
Interesting. I would like to see how that breaks down. Did they put out both rosters?
I believe they have.
I want to see how that breaks down because I guess you start with the Olympic team and then everybody that's not on the Olympic team plays for the WNBA?
Exactly. So
That's kind of strange. That's not top heavy?
well, but you got to think none of the rookies are in. So here's Team WNBA. It has Aaliyah Boston. It has Caitlin Clark. It has Alicia Gray, DeWanna Bonner, Darika Hamby, Brianna Jones, Jonquel Jones, Kayla McBride, Kelsey Mitchell, Angel Reese, Nika Agumike,
Nika.
Arike Agumbale. I'm sorry, I butchered that. And then the U.S. Women's National Team is all of the people you expect. So Brittany Griner, Chelsea Gray, Kalia Cooper,
Nafisa.
Copper, Nafisa
Sabrina
Collier,
Tedesco. Bro, this is not even.
Brianna
Diana
Stewart,
Taurasi.
Asia Wilson. Right.
This is not equal. This is not equal. I don't like it.
You don't like it at all.
It's like it turns it into a rookie versus vets game. And I know that might not be accurate based on everybody's years in it, but it's like a hierarchy thing.
I don't think it's as unequal as we think.
I think if it wasn't for Caitlin and Angel, we wouldn't be saying that. And they're rookies, and they should have been on the Olympic team.
I would say the same about Boston, too. Boston should have been on the Olympic team.
Aaliyah Boston started off slow, man.
Yeah, but she's turned it around. She's been playing really good recently.
Yeah, she's been playing better. But like, yeah, I don't like it. I'm gonna watch it. I think it'll be fun regardless. Some of these girls that y'all don't recognize their names that's on the WNBA side get crazy.
Yeah.
They get crazy. Like, we talking about some ball handlers, some scorers. Like, it's some players over there. But once you put Asia and
And Brittany Griner.
oh my goodness, man.
Once you put the two of them and like 3 other people on that team,
It just look crazy.
yeah,
It looks like
I don't know where you go from there.
it's like you just playing to keep it a good game at that point. I don't know. And I don't want to be disrespectful, but it just feels like that. Like that they were picked for Team USA for a reason. And the argument as to why Caitlin and Angel weren't on the team was because they weren't proven enough to be on it, which means that these people are supposed to be elite because the 2 girls that are vying for Rookie of the Year and made All-Star already are not included.
Yeah, I mean,
So I think that's just a given.
I honestly think it's going to be an interesting game. You also have to keep in mind that the Olympic team is going off to the Olympics the week after. So obviously they're going to be playing at a 50% pace.
They're gonna play at 70, but this is like a scrimmage or like the games before the Olympic games start when you still playing international teams. It's like that. It's a warm up against real competition.
Exactly.
So you gotta play it the right way. And if they don't win against these girls and they mess up the morale for people watching.
Oh, that's absolutely true. If they don't win,
It's gonna be
we
bad.
have a problem.
And it's gonna be like, and don't let Angel get a triple double and Caitlyn get a double double, and it's gonna be like, and y'all lost to them.
Right. And it's too late to switch up the names on those accommodations and those plane
It's
tickets.
over, right?
Like, come on now.
Unless one of them girls get hurt, God forbid, it's over.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure one of those two is at the top of the list for replacements, but I don't want nobody to get it that way neither.
Yeah, so I thought that this was an interesting concept. I'm not totally mad at it in an Olympic year. I understand why they did it, but I do somewhat agree with you. I do think it's going to be lopsided.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I just don't. And I know with all-star games, even with the NBA, these leagues are always trying new stuff to put eyes on things. And it seems like there's a double meaning to why they. Shut up, Twiggy. Why they adding the Olympics team to it. Mm-hmm. But I think it's bullshit. Did you just grab my ticket for me? Leave. Yo, don't be taking tickets off cards, man.
I was trying to help you. I didn't know you knew you had it.
Yeah, I knew I had it, but sometimes, you take the ticket off, they give you another one. Yeah, they're doing it, man.
I knew you was going to say that.
Trying to set me up.
I'm not.
Nigga ain't cool. Cash in the building. You gonna have to switch in a second, too.
Alright, I'm just doing him. I'm just moving the chair over.
Cash in a situation with us. We were just talking about the
No, you got to switch because you can't have that
No,
chair.
you have to sit in this chair.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm fat, too, yo.
You just yelled that in my ear.
Right.
I can't wait till you put on headphones.
Right.
This nigga is crazy, yo. Just blew my drum out with that shit.
I'm
It
sorry.
then laughed louder.
I'm sorry.
At least he in a good mood. Fuck.
Trying to be.
Nigga come 20 minutes late, stand outside for 10. Close the door, please.
I'm sorry.
It's all good, man. Glad to
But
have
I was following what y'all was talking about. The Angel Reese situation is dope, but, it happens. It comes to an end. But, she going to run it back up in a second.
She don't lose nothing.
And then as far as the WNBA All-Star team, I think they definitely should win if they got the team that they got. Like,
What, the Olympics?
yeah.
The Olympic squad should win?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. You didn't clarify. I was just being clear. It's people in the chat listening to you.
I'm sorry.
We got any comments
No, not since the last one.
since they corrected you?
Yeah, since they corrected me.
All right, bet. So we good. Let's move on.
All right. Well, let's let Cash talk about what he has coming up because I know he has a battle this weekend.
Can I go from the weekend?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I know you guys covered the party.
So you guys stop being late if you want to do your weekends.
But I already
it's
knew what was
cool.
going
But
on,
it's
though.
cool. It's cool. Go ahead.
I was following the show. I was on my ear.
That don't change nothing.
Nah, I see that you guys covered the weekend already. But, yeah, shout out to the movie American Zealot.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to talk about that.
Yeah. So, shout out to
Thanks,
that.
Cash.
Shout out to Lil, the star of the show. He's did some work with my uncle Rod Dion, so that's super dope that they got something coming out. And yeah,
We went to the American Zealot rap party is what
Yeah.
he's alluding to.
it was dope.
Yeah, and that was
I didn't know
fire.
that's what it was called. I'm sorry,
It's a rap party. It was at the Saint.
Yep.
And
St. Lazarus.
it was very, very nice group of people, great energy. It was hot in that motherfucker and everybody was still vibing. So definitely salute to everybody that's involved with that project also. I'm glad you reminded us of that one. But see, that was like Thursday or something, right?
That was like Wednesday.
That was Wednesday.
Wednesday, that's why.
Yeah.
But it taps into the weekend somewhat.
No, it's something that needed to be acknowledged because they just finished a big undertaking. And
Can
we
I
say
explain the music?
congratulations to Kay?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? She part of that.
Yeah,
Thanks.
for sure.
Can I explain the movie?
Please.
Yeah, do that.
You the one that's supposed to?
All right. So, American Zealot is a historical feature production coming to a streaming platform soon, or maybe somewhere bigger. Who knows? We have distribution conversations coming in the fall, but before that, we just wrapped up all of the filming. Shout out to the cast. Shout out to the director,
It's
Ty
another
Gray
beautiful
Hill.
cast, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Definitely.
A very talented cast as well. The director of photography was Lamont Fontaine, and his entire family was also involved in the production. I was one of the co-producers on the project, Mark Colazzo, executive producer, as well as
Mark!
Ryan Cassis. And yeah, it was This was my first film that I actually got to be a part of. I predominantly worked during the pre-production process, mostly on locations and, breaking down the script into manageable chunks, putting together call sheets, that type of thing. But yeah, it was wonderful to be a part of it. No movie is without its hurdles, regardless of whether you have a budget or not. And this, was part of the course. So we definitely went through some things as a crew, as a cast. But we are happy to be across the finish line, and I cannot wait to see some of the final product. And the director just told me that I get to sit in on some of the editing as well. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, I did hear you say you was gonna be in on the editing. That's gonna be fire.
Yes.
Fire.
That's gonna be so dope for you. I'm excited about that.
Me too.
I'm pumped.
No, but I'm just glad that because I know y'all went through a lot to get here.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes, we did.
It was times where it was looking like, is we gonna do this?
Well, I mean, and just to fill the viewers in on what I mean, our director died. Tigray legitimately died the day before filming was supposed to begin. So for him to then, come back to life literally and to make a full recovery and to pick this movie back up and take it to the finish line is just remarkable. So again, huge congratulations
Legendary.
to him. If you have not already seen his most recent project that came out, please do check out 72 Seconds in Rittenhouse Square on Paramount Plus.
One more thing about Tigray. The irony is, when he passed, the next day we went to a movie premiere full of people that was mourning him
Yeah.
for another movie. You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? Like, we in line with people I've been to a lot of bittersweet movie premieres lately, man.
Yes.
Where people are excited and definitely in their hearts and in their minds at the same time, and for a different reason. And I'm in a blessed position to speak to these people, talk to them, interview them, things like that. But trust me, you got to be real like aware of, because the conversation shifts so fast. It'll be this, then Tigray, and then everything changes.
Right.
Or then Nick, and everything changes. And it's like, I'm just glad to be able to be aware enough, or to be whatever I am enough to help people through that moment, because they are on camera when it hits them. You see what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody involved, man. And,
For sure.
My condolences to everybody that loves these people, because they created art that's here, man, and y'all helped to bring it to fruition after y'all lost them, and that's dope as hell.
Yeah. And Tigray came back to life, so all good.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna have to start telling people my plans and shit, just in case. Like, I
No,
don't tell nobody that.
that's
I'm
a
gonna
real
have to start
thing.
telling motherfuckers some
It's
shit.
a real thing, man.
Just in case, yo.
So I'm sorry, Cash. Back to your
No
back
doubt.
to your weekend.
Yeah, so Friday was regular. Saturday I actually had the chance to go to Maryland to basically give my daughter a second birthday party.
See how that go?
Well, she already had a first one on the 11th on her birthday, but on the 13th she was allotted to have a second birthday party in Baltimore with some of her other family. Shout out to her aunt. Shout out to her aunt, which is the person that hosted the party at her new house that she just got out there. And,
Oh, congratulations.
yeah, so it was dope. Shout out to Gas Gang. Shout out to Prezi. He had a Crucible battle on the 13th as well.
Congratulations, Fred.
I wasn't able to make it, but I heard bro went crazy, so that's all that mattered. You know what I'm saying? And,
Prezi's consistent.
and then on Sunday, I got a chance to just hang out in the city of Baltimore. Actually, on the south side, Washington Boulevard, they was doing like some parade thing. I don't know what it was called necessarily, but it involved women's rears being out. So that was kind of cool.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Was
rolled
Cheeks
past.
out?
Yeah, it was cheeks out.
Yeeks out in the streets.
Yeah, like,
Yeah. Put the yeeks in the streets. Where was I? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I was ready to call you because I wanted to slide through, but I ain't had no wingman.
You
Like,
could have FaceTime. You be FaceTime me for bullshit. I don't want to see your face. Show me the yeeks in the streets. What's wrong with you? This nigga's crazy.
nah, but I got a chance to do some sightseeing, some hanging out, linking up with friends and shit, family and all that,
Dope,
and it
dope.
was super dope, man. I'm back here in the wonderful city of Philadelphia.
And
That's it.
And you got a battle coming next week.
Yeah, and I got a battle coming next week. CCASH versus Rock Boy Rome. We was just supposed to do a face off earlier, but it got postponed until tomorrow. So y'all can check that out tomorrow on K Shark TV and Big Sauce Live, I believe it is.
Word. Face off. He gonna
I don't really like face offs. I'm gonna let y'all know.
Crazy to you.
I don't really care because a lot of times the face offs on the internet be ass. Like, I'm gonna just be honest with you. The shit be fake. Like, motherfuckers be spitting and yelling and screaming at their cellular device, not at another person, at the cellular device. So to me, it's just like, you're gonna try to do the most, and I'm gonna just sit here and laugh at you.
This nigga is trying to preemptively tell us in case he get shouted out, that's why he lost. I know.
I'm not having a screaming match with my phone.
I don't want you to neither. We grown men.
Right.
Yeah.
We grown men. But
Y'all ready to get into the next topic?
let's get one round straight.
All right.
Let's get one round straight. You know what this is?
So since we're talking about
heard
battle
of it.
rap, over the weekend, the press conference for Let's Get One Round Straight was held. If you have not been keeping up, this is the battle rappers take on each other in a boxing match event.
I just hope they do pat downs.
Bruh. Nigga.
Somebody get their ass whipped.
They don't need metal detectors. They need the magnet joint.
Y'all need
They need to draw bull hip just hit the
National
wall. Like,
Guard up there.
Hold
like,
him right there. Hold him right there. Don't let him in here. Are you crazy?
Like, all right.
No, but we ain't gonna do that. Let's not put a cloud over it.
Right.
Shout out to Shotgun Shook. Go ahead, Kay.
No, so the press conference was this weekend, and it, all of the different fighters, I guess I'll say.
Now we fighters.
Yeah.
Now they're fighters, kind of faced off a little bit, and it was definitely hilarious.
Very entertaining.
So, Sam, you watched the whole thing. Why don't you give us a little highlight version?
I saw it promoted, but I wasn't a geek to watch that.
Well, they had Rex and what's my man name? What's the light skinned boy that always be everywhere? Don't ever rap. Always.
What Rex?
Yeah. What's
The
his
guy
name?
that was pouring the shot in his mouth?
Always got not him. The nigga that always got the hat on.
Show me a
I'm
picture.
gonna show you.
I was about to say, not the dude that poured the shot in his mouth.
No, I know who he is. We seen him when he was in Marcy. Anyway, they hosted it, and they funny, but they didn't have to do nothing
Right.
because
They got crazy.
everybody was going to be on 10 was on 10.
Right.
What's his name?
I seen him before, but I don't know his
He
name.
always be around. I forget his name. But anyway, matter of fact, I know how to find it. Uncle Rod got an interview with him. But the press conference was hilarious. Yoshi G is supposed to box 40 bars, right?
Didn't Yoshi just get her titties done?
Yes.
Exactly.
Which I'm so confused. His name is NHB Mills. That's his name. So Rex and NHB Mills hosted the
She better had the best training bra ever.
Bro. First of all, if I'm 40, I'm just training for chest shots.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
even training for body shots. I'm titty shots.
She gonna make them joints pop.
Bro, I'm going to, if the way 40 likes to try to embarrass people when she don't like them, she's going to try to explode her titty.
Well, look, in boxing, people don't even dig. That's the thing. It's called, it's kind of like dirty fighting, but if you ever see Creed 3, you
Right.
understand.
Yeah.
People punch in certain areas that soften your body to the point where it's going to affect you differently.
Yeah. In the
And
long
then
run.
they set that up with another punch, which more than likely is going to be to your head, a haymaker. So I hope she ready to get her titties beat up.
Bro, you talk about the funniest.
Well, and then if you watch the actual face-off, like, clearly 40 is ready. 40 is amped. 40 is feeling that animosity, and she wants some.
And Yoshi's energy is like, 40's mad at me, and she's going to be mad at me until I let her beat me up.
And I just got to take this fade.
I'm going to train because I owe her a fade. Because on some G shit, I owe her a fade. Because for people that don't know, Yoshi G is a younger, newer battler than 40 bars. And it was an incident when they was battling each other, and Yoshi threw a water bottle at 40 bars.
Oh.
And so this is a legit grudge match. They legit don't like each other, but their relationship started before that when Yoshi wasn't even in battle rap yet. She was one of 40 Bar's minions. And when she got the battle rap, 40 was with her, and then she turned on her. So this is a whole thing. Like,
so question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who gave battle rappers and people in battle rap the license to fight each other?
Shotgun Suge.
Oh, right. Of course.
Shotgun. That's why it's called Let's Get One
Right,
Round Straight,
yeah.
because Suge's line is Let's get one thing straight.
So are we gonna stop battle rapping and just be boxers, or what? Like,
No, it's not that type of thing. I think it's more of a
prize
novelty.
fight.
I think it's more of a novelty thing. I think it might be a possible way for him to be trying to start something that
new.
may or may not include battle rappers the whole time. This might be a way to get pressed towards it. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right,
Like, you
right.
never know.
Mhm.
But whoever's behind him is paying. Like,
Right.
like rappers is saying, I got the biggest bag ever to do this.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Well, that's good.
so.
If that's what's coming out of it,
but
more
it's
money.
It's 3 1-minute rounds. What you think about that?
That's good, because they're not real fighters, and most people think it's got boxers only fighting 3 minutes. You know how long that is
They're professionals that been fighting since they was 5. That is a long time for them.
to fight. Is a
Niggas
long
is
time.
stupid, yo.
In the streets, you see a fight go on, it's not lasting no 3 minutes. That might be a minute and a half, and then somebody on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So,
80% of street fights go to the ground. Anyway,
like at
it's
first
just a normal.
contact,
It's just a normal thing.
people
Oh.
don't have the right footwork or nothing.
Snake Eyes and Stumbles is fighting. Cause you
Wow.
know they already fought.
Yeah, Snake Eyes got beat up though, right?
He got rolled on.
Okay. Well, why are you entering a fight when you clearly have bad
A
vision
handicap?
problems?
I think he need his back fade, bro.
Yeah, that's not that deep. His ass beat.
Now the thing about this, right? As long as you can stay in the round and you step in the middle of the round for a considerable amount of time, you good. It's respectable, right?
Mhm.
Because we all we know what a fight is. Like
Mhm.
it ain't. But if you get knocked out
What they gonna say?
as a battle rapper,
They gonna bring it up in your rounds.
You're never gonna let that
every
down.
round for the next 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
at least every battle.
You see what they did to what's his name? Prez Mafia.
Yep. You Stiz boxing over it.
Yeah, over it. I don't think that's a good fight, but whatever.
I think that's suicide.
Is that weight? Is the
Do
weight?
you see
Are they
Stiz?
doing the weight? Yeah, Stiz is no more than like 180.
Stiz cut up right now.
No, he's definitely in good shape,
Look
but he's a
over it.
skinny dude.
But he's 6'4".
Yeah, he's 6'4".
Like that's crazy.
But I don't think he maybe 200.
But he trains boxing. He says boxing is his sport.
No, I see that. I can see that being, but are we falling in the lines of weight capacity? Because that's what boxing is, or fighting.
Yeah, but on this one, it's some weird shit because it's one of those things where what I'm hearing is Suge was having a hard time getting battlers on. So the ones that came on was coming on the strength of, I'm doing this on the strength for you to help you because it's something dope.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, you know what, give me whoever, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then there's people that have grudge matches.
But O-Red clearly outweighs that man.
Yeah, but O-Red might not be able to take a body shot.
Yeah, that's true. That's possible.
You know what I'm saying?
Is Luke fighting too?
Luke was up here. Yeah, Luke fighting on, what's her name husband?
Shuni's husband.
Shuni husband. What's his name?
That's it.
Damn, he funny as shit. What's
That
his
looked
name?
like a mismatch too.
Yeah, Luke probably beat the hell out of him.
Uh-huh. Weight isn't everything, but it definitely matters when you're talking about 100 pounds.
Speed matters too.
Yeah, speed matters too, but if you got somebody that's bigger and conditioned to an extent, it doesn't matter how fast you are.
Suge fighting Av.
Oh, okay.
It's not bad, right?
No, that's not that bad.
That's a good matchup.
Thing is, Suge been training for the last few months. You know, he been coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy thing is, like, it ain't gonna look like nothing until he really reaches his goal because he still was such a big nigga.
Right.
But I'm actually proud of what Suge.
No, I'm proud of it too.
He been putting work in.
No, for sure.
Just to see a man go that hard, like that's been that big for that
Dedication,
long,
period.
That's heavy. I like it. I don't even work out like that.
That's heavy as punny.
Crazy.
That's funny as shit.
Crazy. I heard you. But would you get the pay-per-view? Would you go?
Nah.
You wouldn't go? You wouldn't watch it either?
I probably watch it.
Who would you need to box if they called you? Who would you want to box? That's a battle rapper. Not me, nigga. 'Cause
A
I
battle
know
rapper?
You was about to say me.
I wouldn't say you. You my friend.
He said, I want to hurt you.
Yeah, basically. A battle rapper I would want to box. I don't really be having no real vendettas with these guys, right? But I would box Vision Gang.
Alright, why?
You know why?
Alright, cool.
This my dead mother in a battle, and you know you can't beat me in real life. You know that.
So, if Suge got 5 stacks.
For Vision Gang?
3 minutes.
I'll take 4.
Get Sugar Bear on the line now.
But I ain't gonna lie, I would really put on a show. I wouldn't even just go in there and beat the daylights out of that kid like that.
Have you boxed in your past? Did you ever train boxing?
Never trained, but I've
Because you know we all say I've been fighting all my life.
No. I never trained under anyone professional, but I have a lot of boxing knowledge, and when you from certain parts of the city, you just like, I ain't gonna say you're gonna be as good as a real boxer, but you pick up certain things from fights and from the streets and your friends and things of that nature.
Everybody in Philly got a slip game.
No, but I think it'd be dope because I'm not in great shape. I mean, I would train for it, but
that was my next question.
Yeah, like, you know, your shape matters too as far as you being, you know, conditioned to have a fight. But I know, like, my connection with a certain person is not gonna be happy. Like,
does your price change if it's somebody that they just match you up against based on your physicality as opposed to somebody that you actually want to box?
Yeah, like, yeah. Or I might not do it.
Might not be worth it to you.
Yeah. Because I'm not a fighter. That's not what I do. You know what I'm saying? But.
Because I'm hearing your reaction to all of this, and I'm like, but, nigga, 5-10 grand.
Yeah, no, hell yeah.
I got to believe you get you a little $15 a month membership somewhere and be all
right. I just told her I'd take 4.
Be all right. Like, so, yeah, I'll just
I don't even need a membership. I could do everything I need to do in the crib. But I'm just saying, it's dope. It's dope, though, at the end of the day. You know, but it's only dope if people know who the person is and who they know, like, somewhat of the backstories and stuff, too. Like, I didn't enjoy the OG Capri and D-Money shit. That was just...
And that was wild. They should have did something better than that. But they got it off their chest. But, like, I do think that what is dope is that there are actual legit grudge matches on this joint.
Right, but at the same time, with that being said, are we agreeing that there is no violence behind this shit?
Well, Snake Eyes and Stumbles, literally they whole time arguing was saying, like, and especially Stumbles kept saying, yo, after this is no bad blood. I don't care if I win, I lose. It's cool. Just leave me alone, leave me not alone, or we be cool. Like, but we ain't doing that. Like, so I'm hearing a lot of that, but we know emotions. And we know if the referee don't referee right and somebody feels slighted, it might get weird. This is a physical sport and it's cameras.
Yeah.
So, like, but I think that...
And these are not people that are known to be professional.
But I think it's enough thorough individuals involved.
Right.
That cooler heads will prevail.
Right, because they respect
certain people. Or nigga go grab. Come on, we not doing that, brethren. You know what I'm saying?
And the bag.
Yeah.
You don't want to fuck that bag up. If
I
it's
ain't
a
gonna
nice
lie,
bag.
you done had your eyes swollen for less.
Right.
I don't care if it's $1,500.
For free.
You done had your eyes swollen for walking to the corner store.
Right.
You might have won the fight. Walked home
them the
crazy.
Them the ones that hurt though. You ain't getting nothing out of it.
You didn't even get
and
your
you
chips.
got your ass whooped.
No, you might have even won.
Right.
But you done dropped your bag and all that shit.
And you might have a hickey though too.
Yeah, you gonna go to school tomorrow explaining shit. All right, cool. Off of that, I'm excited about it though. I think similar to the Gilly Wallow fight event, as long as this is priced right, I'm not gonna have no complaints.
I ain't mad at it though because I was actually trying to do something like this in the city, but it wasn't like battle rappers fighting each other. It was like just battle rap and like exhibition fighting in the
We
same
the wrong.
thing.
I don't want to say that we the wrong city to do.
But you know we got
we
the
the
thing.
wrong ones to organize that.
Not us, but I had other people. Like you know the gloves down, gloves up thing that goes on in Philly.
Guns down, gloves up.
Yeah, guns down, gloves up.
He supposed to come through.
Yeah, that's fire. Get him up here.
He was just
that's
at the
my
fight
guy.
the other night arguing with Gilly and what's his name during the fight. I was just watching it on his page.
That's what I'm saying. I was trying to do something like that, but it never came to fruition. So Suge did something with it. That's dope. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's fire, and I think like we seeing the business side of Suge kick in. We seeing him putting the movies out consistently.
Yeah.
We see him getting in shape. As we seeing him becoming a man, and you know what I mean,
Yeah,
and finding
facts.
his stride in a real way. And I think that is fire, bro. And I've been around Suge once, maybe twice, because I'm not a battle rapper, but I've been in some battles, and Suge never was on no bullshit when I was around him. So he's somebody that
I'm sorry.
he's somebody that I'm actually excited to see win. You know what I mean?
No, I met Suge before too.
Yeah.
Suge was cool.
He just shouldn't wear light blue. But besides that, he good. He
Mhm.
good.
Baking out there.
What's up, boy?
What's up,
You
y'all?
know what I'm saying? My man is in the building.
The
Big
boy.
Wade.
What's up, fellas?
B
How y'all?
Wade,
How you, bro?
not D Wade.
I like that one.
Yeah, that was quick, right off the top.
Freestyling and
Yeah.
shit. He's a rapper. He's a rapper.
Yeah, it shows. It shows.
We gotta get him in the studio. It's cool. We gotta get him in the
I'm
studio.
in there whenever I want to be.
Oh, you
in
got
there.
a fresh set of them fangs again.
Oh,
Was
yeah,
that
oh,
the
yeah.
birthday braids? Oh man! As a matter of fact, happy birthday. My man had a birthday
Definitely.
since the last time he been
Appreciate
through
it.
here, man. I went through there.
Cancer season.
I think I spoke
Oh,
about it last week.
My
though.
daughter just had a birthday.
Yeah.
I did
Happy
speak about it
birthday.
on here last week. Yep.
Appreciate it.
I had a great time with the fam.
We had a great time.
They was
We drink more tequila than Mexicans.
nigga. I have never seen bottles of tequila. It wasn't that many men there.
Nope.
About 5 dudes the whole day. But the tequila,
Which one?
big bottles. It was Quavo. It was the big
Quavo,
fancy one.
Espys,
2 bottles of Espolon. About 3 bottles of Quavo.
the
2
Rock
random
Joint. What's
bottles.
the Rock Joint?
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
fucking with the Don Julio?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I didn't see no Julio there.
yeah,
Though.
we ain't.
I ain't see no
we
Julio
ain't-
there.
Every bottle, everybody jump on. I stay away.
Bro.
No, not the skinny one though. If you ever get the short one,
fat
Yeah, that's what I know. You
and they have a
brown.
Blanco, and they have a Anejo one.
Yup.
They're terrific, and they have another one that's over top of that. That's like 88
All right.
bucks. That's fire too. I just had the dark Expelon when I was in Baltimore.
Yeah, Espolon be hitting.
How y'all week been?
Week been good, man. How
Last
about
week
you?
Last week was a chill week for me.
Did you tap in last week? Did you watch us at all?
No, I was still recuperating.
Oh, I heard that. I definitely heard that.
Definitely.
We had a good show. We had a lot of people on here. We had fun though.
Let me
Yeah,
get
fun.
some comments out the way before we get back into topics.
Yep. Wait, come niggas get off topic. No, we good.
Ron B. Stinger
live show,
Savage
yeah.
said some weird stuff, so I'm not gonna read that.
Yeah.
Then he said yada mean. All right,
Yada mean then.
I mean,
I guess.
Yada mean.
If that's what it means, then that's yada mean.
Yada mean. Okay. Where you feel like going next?
I guess we don't have to. Let's go to Cam and Mase, man. Let's do something fun.
Yeah,
real
how about that? I was just watching those guys.
I didn't want to start it without everybody here because I had a feeling everybody might have an opinion on this one or input on this one. So I wanted to wait. So let's go there because this will be fun, man.
So what case? Because they got 2 cases right now. The one with D Wade and then the one with Prince.
Well, the one with D Wade's response
light.
was light. His response was a joke. He
Yeah.
said,
He
D
said,
Wade ain't
joke
gonna pay
back.
no mind.
No,
That's one thing.
and they said-
He just didn't get emotional.
and they said repeatedly on the show this morning, no, we fuck
We
with
fuck
you,
with
D Wade.
him.
We love
Yeah.
you. And D Wade is at a point in life right now where he look like he don't care,
Right.
and he good.
Right.
And I look at that part was when he did that. I looked at it from a political standpoint. Like he ain't had nothing nice to say,
So he
and
walked
say
away.
nothing to
It was
us.
one of those, and it was a thing where if you realize what happens, I watched that episode.
Mhm.
It was the last topic, and they like to keep it at an hour, so they actually was going over at the time.
All right, so
And it was like for the
necessary.
final topic, you gonna pull this out your back pocket? I'm not doing this with
I'm
y'all. I'm
done,
going
yeah.
home.
I'm
So
done.
it was just the perfect way to end the show, and they know that they're making content.
Right.
All right.
Like it wasn't that deep to him, or he would have said they would have went on a rant. He would have let Mase talk about the church or something.
Right. Right.
It didn't happen
right.
like that. So let's get to what really happened was the J Prince
Yeah.
and the situation, right?
Let's get to that.
Go ahead and introduce it to Sam.
So Cam and Mase commented on Shakur Stevenson's fight like everybody else did, and said that it was boring.
Hold up. They not only said that, but they did also drop like a spoof video
Yeah,
where they was watching it and then
and everybody went to sleep.
grogging,
They actually
waking
started
each other up.
they
That shit
started
was
that-
funny as shit.
They started the episode with that.
That was funny as fuck. I'm sorry.
Crazy as hell. But then when they talked about it, they initially went into like, it was boring and he need to let his hands fly and all the stuff everybody be saying. But then it got to a point where Stat Baby asked, well, who would you like to see him fight next? And Mace's response was, I don't want to see him fight nobody ever again. Like, I'm not like, what's the point? And I think that's what kind of cut a little deep. So then, who that?
That's that K thing again.
That's TikTok.
So then a few things happened. A few more things were said, and then Shakur Stevenson when he was alerted about it, decided to go on a 4-hour Twitter X rant talking about Cam and Mase.
Throw a bitch fit is what he did.
Yeah, he talking about teeth and talking about see me in the streets.
Nah,
and
he said some shit like, most of y'all, if y'all ever seen me, you will probably want to get a strap. Like, what?
yeah, it got crazy. So it was a lot that was
You not
said.
even like, you like 5'8", not even 140 pounds. Who's scared of you?
So then
You
Cam
a
and
boxer.
Mase responded to the handful of tweets that they were made aware of. And they told him, like, yo, it don't make no sense. You talking about street shit, that's crazy. And why would you even give us the heads up about having a strap if that's really how you play? Like, we not doing that. And they did their little response. I'm trying to give a quick overview because the details are not very important.
Yeah.
J Prince responded. And J Prince basically said the highlight of his statement was, I handle Shakur's business outside of the ring. So if y'all want to do something in the streets, or y'all want to see me, something to that effect, then I'm going to handle it. If y'all want to see him, then I'm going to handle it. And that's that. And whatever have you.
So basically, Jay Prince told Cam and Mase to pull up.
And then,
I'm going to see you in traffic.
today,
It's on site.
Mase and Cam responded this morning on It Is What It Is. And it got to the point where Mase went first. And Mase proceeded to say, since you the big homie, I'm going to talk to you because that's how we do it around here anyway,
Right.
big homie.
Right.
Which was later followed up with, we don't respect that big homie shit.
We don't respect big homies.
They also alluded
That's
to...
why I've been in the trouble with niggas. That's why.
That's what he said. They also pointed out that you picking. You got picks.
Right.
And we not the weakest niggas on the totem pole for you to decide to step up to when
Right.
you let another nigga slide. Fair. That's man shit in itself, right?
He said NBA Youngboy told you eat a dick.
You ain't said nothing yet. He said Kendrick been going at Drake. You ain't said nothing yet. They said a lot, and it was hilarious because they are funny, and especially when they piggybacking off each other. Like if they ping ponging you, you gonna get your ass whooped.
Yeah, for sure.
But
They
just
strolling you.
I know I'm doing an intro, so I'm gonna stop there and get everybody's feedback. Is everybody aware of everything up until this point?
I'm aware.
All right.
Well,
So
somewhat.
mostly. All right, cool.
Yeah.
We'll start with K.
Oh. Why?
All right, start with Cash. Go ahead, Cash. I was joking, Cash.
Jay Prince, their whole situation to me has been like blurred ever since.
60-year-old gangster also.
Yeah, I heard that too. Their whole situation been real blurred to me ever since the shit that happened with Takeoff. Like I don't really know how credible them guys are. You know what I mean? And a lot of people been coming out saying that they not who they say they are over there. They just make it seem like that to the rest of the world. But I have seen some type of like dark edge to this guy, you know, whereas though he brings like this type of persona that he's like, you know, some overlord or whatever the case may
And
be.
shit gets done a lot
But
of the times.
When that is the case, the last thing you're gonna do is get on the internet.
And talk.
That's all I'm saying.
When
I
he-
know niggas that's not nowhere near as rich as dude. If it's a problem with somebody, nothing is gonna be said. It's just gonna get done. That's it.
That's where it started for me. When he started publicly doing the things that we used to hear about, like he was like the Black Hand. Used to be like, this guy Jay Prince got involved and he got his chain back, or this guy Jay Prince got involved and niggas apologized. Like stuff used to happen.
Now you can't make a move.
Then he started making full statements
Yeah.
and doing and when I say statements, I mean tweets or whatever. What are they called? Op-eds. He's doing op-eds and shit, and doing interviews and saying gangster shit respectfully.
Right.
But if you somebody that's really the guy, that's a little too much dip on
That's
your chip
fake.
for me. That look weird.
If that's
to
the
me.
case, you trolling. So which one is it?
That look weird to me.
It's the same shit with these battle rap niggas.
Nope.
If that's the case, are you trolling or is it real? Because I'm not. If you say it on the internet, I ain't gonna believe it's real.
I'm gonna believe you smarter than that.
Yeah, if you get on the internet,
I'm always
I believe you
assuming
smarter
you
than that.
smarter than. How do you get this far, live this long, and be this free?
But
if you're not smarter than
You
that,
can't ever say people don't crash out. Some
Right.
people crash out. You gotta think about it. 18
he
years.
turned his mic up.
18 years of doing the same thing, and then it's like some people get frustrated to a point.
But see, like, and then at the same time, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
True.
So it's like
It's the new internet though.
it's like
either way, it's a bad look. Because
No.
now it looked like Shakur needs somebody to speak for him.
you know how they say like serial killers do shit to get caught. they want you to know that they did the shit. Like they want credit for it.
They come right back to the crime
A lot
scene.
of street motherfuckers is the same way. It's like they want too much credit for this shit. They don't want to get away with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They want to they want to die before they can get
Before
punished
they-
for it.
Yep.
But they want to leave the legacy of I did that.
I did it.
And it's like put the cart before the horse if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? That's how I look at it. But
me
as
too.
far as Cam and Mace's response, I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, always.
I thought they handled it very well. Cause they could have crashed out. They didn't crash out. They cracked a bunch of jokes and
No.
then said some real shit. He said if you a 60-year-old gangster, then you were a failure.
Yeah, facts.
You have failed. And he said that with the serious John, like, no, let me say this with proper English. You have failed. What do you think about that point?
I mean, it depends on. I mean, you can't.
You can't be a 60-year-old enforcer.
Yeah, fuck no. No.
You could be a boss.
Right.
You could be the Godfather.
You could be the one.
You
that makes
cannot
the
be
shots.
the Nick.
Yeah.
Why you got all these sons and why are you still the one?
Yeah, why are you
Why
talking
you still
to me?
talking?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you not separating yourself? It should be an
that's-
onion around you.
That's the new rap game.
You
though.
should be Jay-Z. It should be hard to talk to
And
you.
then on top of that, you got pigs.
Right?
That's the new rap game.
Nigga
though.
had horses since he was 20 or some shit.
On
Nigga had
top
money
of
a
that-
long
On
time.
top of that, you got picks though. That's really the.
That's
crazy
what
part.
make it crazy.
Makes it all the way out of pocket.
And nobody even pays attention to your picks. It all dies down until you challenge
Until
somebody
you
else.
challenge somebody. Yeah.
Bro, just
So if
need
you
to
was
shut
on
the
some
fuck
I'm a
up.
fall back now shit, you could have got away with it. But once you challenge these men, then it's like, oh damn, word?
Yeah.
That's wild.
So,
Go ahead, roll
Shakur.
your blunt, man. You like thinking too hard.
Not
Shakur.
even that. It's just like I'm going back to what he said. I think J Prince really put himself out there after the takeoff situation.
Mhm.
So he never really even gave an answer to that.
I think
Not even just that.
I think 6ix9ine was handled sloppily also.
for sure.
And that was before that. That was with his sons and all of that involved. I think that was handled horribly, bro.
For you to be the status quo you at.
Yeah.
For you to be who you say you is, you can't control how your son's moving with your name is crazy. Cause we don't know J Prince Jr.
We don't.
unless we know J Prince.
We don't know Jazz. We don't know none of
Yeah,
them.
We don't know
I know.
who they really are.
But the twist is, do the streets still care? Like it's one thing to have a stronghold on the industry, right? But Suge had a certain movement in the industry that he didn't have in the streets.
And that's when I'm gonna say the streets don't care. And that's why he moving like that.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? It's like now you gotta
And
flex.
and I always say generations die. They don't hold it for too long. These new, especially with these new young boys.
Yeah,
Slow
because
rap.
you could be a billionaire. If it's a young nigga with $500,000, he don't give a fuck about your
None of
billion.
that
He'll
at
take
all.
you out of here.
None
Right.
of that.
Exactly.
He'll take you out of
You
here.
know, prime example.
He will
would-
never ask you for help.
Prime example.
He will never ask you for help.
Prime example would be like the Pop Smoke situation. Young boy said we wasn't here for him. It was just a simple robbery.
And he fought back.
Not
And
to
I don't
get-
feel bad because he rap about it, which was crazy. That's so scary,
Not
yo.
to get too much on topic though, bro.
I know too many rappers for kids to talk
At
like
the end
this.
of the day, Shakur is the type of fighter he is. If he wants to change the type of fight or the type of talk that's behind him, I seen something on Roy Jones earlier. The way he fights is very smart and it's effective, but it doesn't excite people.
Right.
So when
And we've seen this with Adrian Broner.
he fighting in his
And he was my
pockets.
favorite.
We seen this with AB, bro.
He fighting in the pockets. He's swinging. He doing everything, but he's stepping back too much when he
The
defend
whole
himself.
time.
So we gonna get bored with that. So if you want to change that and be a knockout artist or whatever you think that you could be, then you gotta change it. That's all. Box better. That's what Cam and me said from the door. Box
Also,
better.
take a fucking nap, get off Twitter, because you talking about throwing more punches out the ring than in the
Than in-
fucking
yeah,
ring.
that's a
And that
fact.
don't make no sense. That's not a joke. That is reality. You
Well,
are
that's not his
literally
fault.
talking about seeing niggas in the streets, and we just asked you to punch the nigga that you signed up to punch on.
Right. Speaking of that,
You
So
want
he
to
had
punch
a-
on a 40-something-year-old nigga, a
So he
50-year-old?
had a fight.
He had a boxing match
yeah,
against
match. It was some guy I don't know.
and the fight was paint drying, bro. Like the commentators, and Cam said it. He said, "Man, one of the commentators, I forget his name, said I got my coffee tonight." And then in the third round,
That was
said
Tim Bradley,
Tim Bradley.
former champion.
And then said in the third round, "Yep, time to start drinking his coffee." Like,
Oh,
bro,
man.
you have a reputation that precedes you for being boring. Like it's not even like fair. Like to
mean,
hold that against somebody else that says it.
Yeah, it's just that's his go-to. It's almost like somebody.
And kids, man, they can't take no losses.
Yeah, they can't take no criticism.
Even if they win the fight, they can't take the
like
loss
I said,
of the discussion.
If you want to be,
whoa, don't pull it upside down, bro.
If you want to be exciting, you have to do exciting shit.
Yep.
But
you want to sell tickets, you got to do something.
Speaking of that, though, my boy Boots Ennis, Jerron Ennis from Uptown.
Let's go to Boots.
He just did his
Uptown.
thing.
I got Uptown on here somewhere too.
He just did his fucking thing against the boy Evan.
Shout out to Cam and Mason on
which is another fighter that was fought by Bud Crawford, and he fought and won the same way.
No.
Bringing power to power, punch to punch, stepping up. They wasn't dancing and all that. It was hip to hip. You know what I'm saying?
Bud stopped them in the 6th, and Boots stopped them in the 5th, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think Bud had an extra round.
That was a sloppy fight too.
But both of the fights though, they was touching each other. It wasn't like one. It was
a sloppy fight. It was sloppy.
You talking about Bud fight?
No, the Ennis.
The Boots fight.
Oh, you think that was sloppy?
It was real sloppy. He even said it himself. He fought real sloppy.
I mean, he is just coming off a year. He coming off a year of fighting. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, he came off a year fighting.
Not fighting.
I was about to say, right. So, y'all, give me more. I
mean, shout out to Boots, though. It was a W.
He did what he was supposed to do.
It was a W.
And he talking shit. They said, Bud Crawford said that he's not an electrifying fighter and all this and that.
Me personally,
he said sign a contract.
I kind of agree. I don't think he's electrifying.
Boots?
Yeah.
Yo, he had
Core walked him out, by the way.
Core walked him out, too. That was fire.
I don't think he...
I ain't gonna lie. I've never seen... I ain't gonna say I never seen, but right now, in their division, it's not nobody else that's boxing and punching like him.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
Boots the real deal.
Like
no,
that.
yeah,
like,
that's what make him.
He on some Tommy Hearns of this Tom type shit.
That's what make him the top dog right now.
That's what I'm saying. So why would a nigga like? I mean, I know why. It's political. He doesn't fill enough seats yet. So
right.
I mean,
he sold out 14,000. Shout out to that.
That's not bad.
That's a big deal. That's a good sell for him.
But shit,
that's a good door for him.
Tank just did $5 million versus Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, but that's pay-per-views and shit.
Yeah.
But and that's the other thing, and I said that to my man when we was at brunch yesterday. I said, yo, Tank is clowning niggas about the black curtain and shit.
Yeah, facts. He
you know what the black curtain is?
Niggas.
When they don't sell out the upper levels, they cover them with a black curtain for the TV.
Yeah.
So Tank is saying, fuck him. Watch his fights. He got black curtains in the background.
Bro, Shakur don't even got to pay. You don't even got to pay to see Shakur.
Nope. And that's what Cam
watch it
was
on
saying.
ESPN for free.
And what's the name? Jay Prince was talking about the numbers. It's the highest numbers ESPN ever seen. And Cam said it's free.
Yeah.
So
shout out to my man Tevin Former.
That's your man.
He had the undercard fight.
Oh, he had the undercard on
this fight?
How'd he
do? He lost by a point deduction.
Oh,
excessive holding.
Technicality. Oh,
he lost by 1 point. He came out real good the first 7 rounds, holding it. I believe he got winded.
The crazy thing about Tev is he's a great fighter. But in this day and age, he's not going to be considered prime or premier because of his losses.
And it's crazy because his losses is only 5.
You know what's crazier than that?
33 W's, 5 losses.
But you got niggas out here 32-0.
I asked niggas that went to the fight. They came to where I was at after the fight. I said, who was on the undercard? None of them niggas knew.
Yeah.
Niggas was getting drinks.
Don't forget, and also
he's
the former champion too. So he already won the belt.
But they didn't even know he fought.
Yeah.
And all they saw was 5 rounds.
They was pissed. Popularity somewhere.
They was pissed.
I don't know where it was at, but he lost his popularity somewhere.
When niggas got the red crib from the fight, how they was acting?
Oh, they was salty.
They was like, he gotta stop fighting these Uber drivers, nigga. Shit was over in the 4th round.
How I felt.
Bro, they was it's over in the 4th round. We couldn't get no detail.
But
they was just snapping. And niggas paid good money for good tickets.
But it go back to like we just say, he coming from a year fight. They told him he had to fight with that belt about to be up in the air.
Yep.
So I mean, take somebody.
I think people forgot that part.
Yeah, that belt was about to be up in the air if he didn't get that fight.
The belt was running out, baby.
Yeah, so
it's a timer on that.
Take that fight, and I feel like it was a money move. So that, like, even in his corner didn't call that fight. The ring doctor called that fight.
All right, so I got a question, right?
No, the ring doctor.
No, the ring doctor
The
called
ring
him.
doctor advised.
Right.
He called him. If you,
That's what I heard.
I read the
I'm
report.
saying that's what I
He
heard
called
on the
it.
report. But okay.
He called it.
This the twist though, right? Imagine training 2-3 months straight for a fight. Sacrifices, dietary, sexually, kid time, all of that shit.
And you get bumped.
And you're training for an entire 10-rounder, 12-round fight, right? And in the 5th round, you can't go no more. And you ain't leaking, your eye ain't hanging out the side of your head. Like, can you imagine what it takes to walk back and get in your car after
His standards?
Like,
Yeah.
No.
like the
Bad
shower's
job.
calling me.
It's a
Like,
bad
no,
job.
shower's calling me. Like,
with
fuck that bell.
That guy.
It's a bad job.
He about to call it quits anyway
No,
too, y'all.
it happens to him too much. He keep getting stopped.
He about to call it quits.
But that's the
Evan
thing.
Egan?
Yeah, he about
But
to
that's
call
part
it
of
quits.
boxing too. They put targets out there, and they put
That's
niggas
what-
out there that the
that's what
person
I'm
that
trying
you
to get
supposed to
at.
be leading up the fight and already
That's what I'm
fought,
trying to
so
get
we can see how
at.
you measure up against
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
So the extra round that Bud had versus the round less that
It just
Boots
shows
had,
you the die off.
I mean, this nigga's older now,
Yeah,
and
it
he's
shows you
probably
he's dying
weaker
off.
now,
Yep.
and he's been put down before, and all of those things
But we
play a
ain't gonna
part.
act like he was throwing him.
No, he was rumbling.
He was
He
rumbling.
was rumbling.
But
He
so
tagged
was
Boots, too.
so was the nigga that tank for it.
Right.
Like, you
He
can
tagged
rumble
Boots
all you
more than
want.
once.
He wasn't fighting though.
He fought Tank.
No, he fought.
Martin?
No,
Martin fought Tank, bro.
Nah.
Martin
Listen.
fought Tank.
He fought Tank,
And
bro.
then he got scared.
Tank is just a better fighter.
Yo,
He fought Tank.
if you saying he fought him, saying he was in there and he was in the ring throwing punches, you could say that. But if you saying he was trying to win the fight, it's a whole different story.
No, he
bro.
came out
There's
trying
a
to
thing
win.
where
He was jacked.
for the
He didn't
first
throw
4
no hooks,
rounds,
no uppercuts, none of
for
that
the
type
first
shit.
4 rounds, he was running his game plan and he was
His
confident.
game plan. But
He was
I'm about to tell you.
Tank
And then
and
the 5th round, he felt
in the
that power.
5th round, he said, "This nigga,
He felt
got
the power.
tired.
knock me the fuck
He felt
no."
the power.
He said, "This nigga can clean me."
Yeah, he
But listen
felt
though,
the
this
power.
what
and
I'm
you
saying.
started seeing him twitch.
The
Yup.
art of the punches. I'm
Started
not
seeing him
saying
blink.
I'm not saying he wasn't hitting Tank. He was, but I'm saying like, was he hitting him to hurt him or was he hitting him to score a point?
He was playing. He,
He
was
was
fighting his
scoring.
fight.
He's
That's
fight-
how he
there you
fights.
go. He's
That's how
fight-
Frank Martin
he's
Oh,
fights.
I
Yeah.
seen him fight aggressively. I seen him bring the fight the niggas
You
brown
can't
corner
fight.
niggas.
You can't fight Tank that
Yeah,
way.
exactly.
Yeah,
so
you
that's
can't
what
fight
I'm
Tank
saying.
that
So his game
So
plan
you
was
have
working.
two. You have 2, maybe 3 ways if you
His
great.
game plan
Yeah.
was working until he felt that power. When
Exactly.
Tank hit that
Yeah, I
body.
get it, but I'm just saying it was a difference in who.
And when
how
Tank
he was
came out
fighting.
there full warrior mode, at this corner said, "Bro, we need all these." That nigga literally was like, "Oh, they don't know.
And
It's
then-
over now."
And even the tone, even the
That was a different Tank.
Even the corner talk, Tank said he got a little power, but he ain't messing with me. And went out there and did that.
And everything that you assumed about how he got it done was exactly what he said after it was over. Exactly what he said.
Exactly what he said.
But let's move on. Shout out to Boots, man.
Shout out to
Congratulations,
Boots.
man. Uptown
for
gets
sure.
another
Shout
one.
out.
We ain't all just pretty boys. We always had the rumble, nigga. Yeah, I go to school
No,
with y'all.
most niggas from uptown know how to box,
Yep.
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 but them west and southwest niggas is
Oh,
man,
man.
Vicious.
they rumble
Can
crazy.
we get the next topic, K?
That's
They
what they
ain't
do.
They ain't got no wins, man.
Them niggas just beat the shit out niggas.
See, you gonna make me pull the city stats out in a minute. We about to go dollar for dollar.
Philly, Philly.
Shit out niggas.
Philly, Philly.
Niggas know too much about the wrong shit, right? It's crazy.
All right. So, in other sports news,
Okay.
K topic.
it's also the MLB All-Star Week, and Home Run Derby is tonight.
Yes, it is.
My first question to everybody, including myself, is:
Do
we care
or
though?
not?
You know what?
I really don't enjoy baseball. Only thing I ever liked about baseball was the movie with Chadwick Boseman about Jackie
No, baseball.
Baseball will catch a. Baseball have their fans.
Robinson.
And baseball is cool live and it's better with the pitching clock. I've been calling it the shot clock.
I'd rather play it
It's
than
better
watch
with
But
the pitching
nobody cares about a home run derby without steroids. And that's just what it is.
Yo,
No, straight up. What's a home run derby without steroids,
what's
bro?
the fight without a knockout? Same shit.
No, there's a sweet science of boxing.
It is, but
And you can still be exciting without a knockout. But in the home run derby,
Yeah.
if you niggas ain't getting into the 80s and 90s and all of that, we don't give a fuck,
I
bro.
understand.
We seen Frank Gore and everybody, Barry Bout, they tore that shit out the frame.
Their All-Star games will eventually get better when they let baseball players get a little more flashy. They don't let baseball be flashy. The minute
Yeah, that's
minute baseball flashy, where they let them talk and do a little
Yeah.
celebration dance.
Niggas is
These
drinking
All-Star-
vodka
these
in the
All-Star
bullpen
game-
after they score a home
These
run.
All-Star games would be irrelevant.
What's the name just did it? The Phillies ball with the bandana.
I was gonna say the Phillies are a little flashy.
He scored a home
and
run.
that's
That's why they have a
He
lot
scored a
of
home
fans.
run and
That's
tipped the
exactly why
fifth.
They
And that's
letting
exactly
them
why
niggas
they.
hit the bottle?
What's his name?
the
What's the
fifth
baseball
of
player
vodka.
from the Phillies?
That's crazy.
Harper.
Bryce Harper, yeah.
Yeah, he's
That
running
might be
around.
him.
He's running around singing D-Lo.
Yep.
I was bad
He
as
definitely
fuck.
is.
School. Now I'm trying
Yeah.
to sing. He been around. So he bringing the fans, and that's what's like when I say things like that. When they be more flashy, they bring more fans.
Damn, where's that?
Because now you got a lot of celebrities want to do opening pitches.
Yep,
You know,
that matters.
I feel like it's in the years in the making. They doing a lot of turnarounds. Like you said, they added a pitch clock. So sooner or later, baseball be that next.
Can I tell you how revolutionary that pitch clock is, bro? I went to meet her at a baseball game one time.
Mm-hmm.
I caught this train so I wouldn't be that late. I was an hour late. They was in the 5th inning, bro. Bro, the bottom of the
That's
5th.
that's why I stopped watching them.
You went to baseball games before,
Yes,
right?
I did.
You might take an hour to get in there. You might still be in the parking lot, whatever.
I went to a baseball.
It's the second
I went
fucking inning.
I went to a baseball team with my job. We took the kids.
Yeah.
Told the parents we'd be back at a certain time. We didn't get back till 2 hours later than that time.
You see what I'm saying?
That
Baseball
shit is
wrong.
boring.
Like baseball, but now that shit is moving. Unless it go into extra innings or unless it's a great game, it is going, yo.
They should
So
have-
it's gonna build back up and like I like that flashy statement.
Yeah.
What you think about that, K? Because that makes sense. I never thought about it because basketball now niggas got runways and shit when
Honestly,
they walk
like-
into the arena.
Like honestly, like
I
you
got a
know,
point.
not to cut you, K,
I'ma
but
let y'all-
honestly, just like with the NBA, you see them off the court, commercials, jokes, all that. You don't see no baseball players.
And they
And
making
it's like-
the most money.
And
so
I
they
feel like
don't
it's
even-
not like I don't know their terms and agreements, but I feel like a lot of them probably not allowed to.
If you're not a Yankee, you should be allowed to. Yankees got super strict rules. You got to
So
cut your facial
it's
hair
like
if you're a Yankee.
the more you see these players, the more you be like, well, who is this dude? You get what I'm saying? Like any
and
other
a lot of them
advertisement.
are fly. Even a lot of the foreign dudes, they playing with big chains on with
And a lot of-
rubies and shit
yeah.
on them. Like they fly niggas.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question.
Hold up, K.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's
cool. Just keep
it's an interesting concept. I just think the traditional fan base of baseball is definitely not ready for that.
That's why
I
they
think
gonna
one
be
of the things
last.
that they appreciate and the reason they call it the all-American sport is that it
It's
relates
still
to
old school ways.
yeah,
But y'all keep paying foreigners. Never mind.
that
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
not appealing
Chill,
to
Trump.
urban crowds type of feeling. So I don't know. I think that would be an interesting move. I think that is the way that the times are going. So I understand that suggestion, and I think it would be interesting to watch that play out.
I think there's certain subtle things that have happened in the NBA that people don't realize, like them loosening up their rules on what color footwear you can wear on the court, which makes the sneakerheads and the kids
Even more
excited to
excited.
watch and look at who's feet. And if you know anything about, I am a platform. I know about trying to keep somebody's attention. Sometimes it's the smallest thing that somebody looks at for 10 to 30 seconds that makes them watch that game for another 5 to 10 minutes.
And that's me. That's me.
Like it's a legit thing because monotony becomes a thing sometimes. Even if it's a good game, you might be in your head,
And
but if
just-
something distracts you for a minute, you still sit there.
And I always say, people love the rubble. They love rubbles. Like especially when last season when AJ Brown did the pink and highlighted pink cleats.
Yeah.
That was a lot of controversy. But like
Yeah.
he said, I just want to wear my own style. I wore them so my daughter can notice me on the field.
That type stuff.
That was it.
That type stuff.
That made
and
me
a lot
like-
of stuff was being custom made for purposes, organizations, awarenesses,
Yep.
all type of stuff.
So,
There's
I mean-
autism sneakers being worn. Like
So the more they let them express themselves through the game, I feel like the more people will care about the sport and more. Because
And
I
I'm
don't watch.
passionate that
I don't
night.
watch that if you'd have told me, Harper Price. What's his name? Harper.
Bryce
Harper.
Bryce Harper about to go him out there. I'm expecting him to. Now I'm about to start to school. Now I'm ready
Right.
to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you.
But I
But
feel
just
like
dig it. I'm playing my ass off when I got the breast cancer awareness joints for my mom on my feet.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Game,
You know what I'm saying?
Game changers.
I lost Mom Dukes to this.
Uh-huh.
We rocking today. Y'all crazy?
Yeah.
I got these specially made.
Get
'cause today
200
my mom-
yards
yeah.
in the first half, nigga. You know what I mean?
I feel like every other sport is promoted by women, and baseball is not. That's another part of it being boring too.
There are no women in baseball.
I know.
There's no crying in baseball. See, that there might be
There's
a
the ball
correlation there.
girls.
Yeah, but the ball girls be looking like they trying to get into college.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
they're young.
They
Like
are
girls.
like they are girls, and the ball boys are 8.
Yeah.
Bat boys 8. But no, I like that suggestion. I think that she's also right. But I think that they're aware of both of those things, and
Yeah.
they're going to find a way to patch it
But
in the middle.
I feel like
because what they're doing with venues is different too. The standing room tickets, the way that they're setting up the concessions and stuff to make it like a different atmosphere.
But I'm gonna agree with Kate too, because like said, if it ain't broke, why we fixing it? And it's still
They're
bringing
still
in the paper.
paying their athletes the
Yes,
most.
They still bringing in the chicken.
They still paying it. Every
Uh-huh.
black man that thought they wanted their son to be 6'9" so he could dunk on niggas is like, can you play baseball?
Right.
Because $300 million. By the time you get there, that's $650. You ever thought about swinging the bat?
Right.
Seriously.
Fuck, I'm gonna go teach Peanut.
You can't coach height. All right, you 5'10". Let me get you a baseball mitt.
We got any more sports?
You gonna be a shortstop.
We do.
Mhm.
All right.
I'm glad Wade made it, man. It's always good to have Wade.
I appreciate
man.
it. I appreciate the invite every time.
Now,
And
your
the crazy
wife,
part
your
is-
wife said you felt the need to come this
And
week.
this is crazy because
Explain
I said,
that real quick before we
please,
get
please,
into the
please. I
next
said, please, can you text Sammy, please? Let him know I gotta come Monday. Because the last 3 days been real explosive with the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I let my mind wander. But with these last 3 days, it had me feeling like, what's the deeper picture? Because it's been too explosive. And
So when we get to them topics, we
yeah,
gonna
I
get
see
into
him.
it. Right.
They out there.
Right. See, way smart. But no, I had a feeling that was one thing. Another thing I thought is like, this nigga starting to get the itch, man. Nigga is enjoying being heard. Man. He liked this a little bit, man.
Camera shot.
The nigga got 8 bottles at his crib. He ain't got to come here to drink. You know what I'm saying? I know what it is.
Going crazy with the thoughts.
Yeah, man. But no, let's get into the next thing. Oh, all right, cool.
All right. So, the U.S. men's basketball Olympic team was obviously announced a while ago. However, recently, Kawhi Leonard has been dropped off of the team roster and replaced with Derrick White.
He was snatched off of the team roster, more accurately.
Why don't you explain that, Sam?
Explain that part?
Please.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. We know Kawhi Leonard is notoriously always hurt. And he's with an organization that's paying him a lot of money. And it's a smack in the face for you to never be there when we need you. And then when summer games come up, you're available and with the possibility of getting hurt again.
I agree.
So they put out a statement saying, no, Kawhi will not be with the USA team. He will be training and getting ready and prepared and healthy for the next
I wish
season.
I had just,
Which, if I invest millions into your 6'11", 7-foot ass,
He's not 6'11".
I'm joking, but you know, everybody's a giant.
You
to
just
us,
gave
bro.
real slave master vibes just now.
No,
like,
who you think? Hold up, we gonna get there. Who you think the owners?
I'm just saying.
No, I'm not speaking from me.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying it like in my voice. My bad. Maybe I use my regular. I should have put it. No, because I don't do
not his voice,
impersonations.
but it was more
I don't do
so.
impressions.
He telling us the meeting they had.
Yeah, I'm telling you how they
That's the
feel.
meeting
Like,
they
yo,
It felt like it was a reenactment. And
like
shit.
you're taller. Like, nigga, if you don't, I'm so sick
Yo.
of getting a cushion for you.
Well,
You wearing out all the cushions on the seats on the bench because we
But
got to
you-
get you the fluffy jump
but you think you better go out here and have a good time?
and
No.
go out there and perish,
Bring your ass back in the house.
bruh. Are you crazy?
Bring your ass back in the house.
And the crazy thing is, back to it is what it is. Cam predicted it.
but
Cam said, "There's no way they let him go over there."
I wish they would do the same with Embiid, because when I seen him, I said, "Oh,
No,
you gotta
Sixers
be playing
fans
with
felt that way too. And
You gotta be playing with
we
Embiid.
had the discussion before. You playing for the U.S.
Yeah, that too. But you got to be playing with me. Go home. Go in the house.
Well, I think he could definitely get load
Well,
management.
mom say you was sick, you ain't going outside.
Yeah,
Then.
you don't get to play if you ain't go to school.
If you was sick and hurt, You ain't going outside.
No, that's the thing.
Exactly.
But I think that with the USA team, the advantage is, with the exception of a couple teams, probably Germany and one other that I'm probably not thinking of, maybe Italy. I know France.
Mhm.
He doesn't have to play that much. Nigga played the first game and fouled out in 12 minutes.
Who? Oh, yeah, B. Yeah, I seen that game.
He don't have to play that much.
Yeah.
And trust me,
I think he just
when
there.
he was
When I
off the
seen
court,
that- when I
niggas
seen-
was getting busy without him.
When I seen that game, I say, oh, he just there.
I thought it made me feel like he wanted to rest. It made me feel like he's not 100%.
So we've talked about him dropping off now.
Now let's talk about Kawhi replaced.
Absolutely. Let's talk about his replacement, Derrick White.
Now, the thing we have to say is we have to address the elephant in the room.
Mhm.
Why is Jalen Brown not the replacement? Why are there 3 Celtics on the USA team and one of them is not the championship MVP, the $300 million man? Why is this a thing? And Jalen Brown helped us. Jalen Brown gave us a hint.
I was about to say, let me hear you.
Jalen Brown said, Nike, what up? This what we on? That's not a direct quote, by the way. But that's what it meant. He was like, that's what we doing, Nike? And he tagged them because they have a history since Grant Hill or before
College.
that we've
he
been
got
aware
that
of.
deal
So
with
now you go
Adidas.
ahead. Now since you know, you go ahead.
He got that deal with Adidas in college. It was a little 4 or 5 year deal. Of
Grant
course,
Hill, you talking about? You talking about Jalen?
Jalen.
Okay. All right.
That was with Adidas.
Yeah.
And of course, he came out that contract
And wore everybody's sneakers the next season. He was changing sneakers at halftime.
no. So that was
That's crazy.
after. That's like after this deal. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nike never approached him, and that's where he felt like I was wearing the Nike sneakers. I was wearing the Nike socks.
Because he was wearing Under
I was wearing
Armour,
it.
he was
No,
wearing
so that's
Adidas,
the
he wore
after.
Nike.
So
Okay.
when Nike pretty much just blatantly said, "No,
Not you.
not you."
The shit Stephen A. was saying.
Mind you, he was wearing.
We don't like you.
He was always wearing Kobe Bryant's the number 6s.
He wore a lot
Those
of
was
those.
his favorites.
He wore
when
a lot of
started.
those.
So he felt like, all right, come on, y'all see me, but he was like, no. So of course he
can't
went on and took
imagine.
that deal. He went and took that deal. He got another deal with Adidas after that.
That's good.
Yeah.
He rocked out with that deal, of course, and then the next step, he opened availability again, and he approached Nike for the second time.
Right before you
This
get
is
300
this
million.
is when he started wearing, mind you, like he was wearing Nike sneakers and getting the swoosh removed.
Yep.
Damn.
And
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, he was doing shit like that, like
yeah,
Kyrie.
backwards logos, and then he started sporting everybody else sneakers, and it was just like at this point he was just like, all
Cause
right.
he played like a first half in Under Armours and a second half in Adidas or some shit. Like he was doing wild
Yeah, he was
shit.
doing stuff like that, pulling
He
stuff.
played some stuffs. Like he
So-
was wild.
Now he need them because they the sponsors, and
They are the official sponsor of the Olympic
Yeah.
team. And if y'all remember Jordan covering up the Reebok sign with the flag, this is all relative.
So now he wants to go, of course, and this is where they come in, but they off him.
But what's crazy is, like I said earlier, I alluded to the Stephen A. comments about him not being marketable or liked.
Now he's a nerd, and he's not a flashy player, and I think is a big difference. But I feel like you put the eye person in the room, and they become the star. So
Because standing out is everything.
and that's what's the bigger
cutting
part.
through is
So
the
I
difference.
feel like the bigger part is you do put him amongst them, he's going to become the star still because he's the eye person in the room. He's the person
He
in the
walked
huddle.
that Espys
He's the
carpet
person in
with-
the huddle talking about Black Wall Street.
You see who he's on the
You see what I'm
Espys
saying?
carpet with?
Yeah.
Man. And she get busy.
So that's what I'm saying. So you put him in that room and get the room start thinking.
We need to
So-
make them a power couple and then run his value up. We need to hashtag them as a power couple. They might not even be together. That might
They
be
might
one
not be,
night.
but they could be
But
business partners.
Let's run it up.
Yeah.
I just thought of that. We might have figured something out, bro.
See, the undercut
We gonna get
is
Jalen Brown up there.
Jalen Brown does a lot of things that people don't know of. Like even as far as he's teaching, tech classes
Yep.
as a professor.
I was about to ask you, can you explain
Yeah,
the
he
nerd?
teaches
No,
class.
yeah.
Like he teaches.
no,
college
he's
courses.
a legit nerd.
Yeah, legit.
Like he's not awkward. He's a nerd.
He about his paper.
Yeah.
He's an intelligent brother.
Yes, he is.
But like to the point where he's obsessive about tech shit and things like that.
So the undercut is, it's a battle like any other businesses. There's just two businesses battling, and he's just trying to get the sport of it.
But that's crazy because when we trying to put the best that our country that can represent our country on the floor, why is it in these times where we can have enough technology or enough reference to depict what's going on? Why are these games still being played? Like that, and I know the world stage.
It goes back to K.
All right, hold on.
Go back to that reenactment.
Hold on.
No.
I asked because what I gotta correct because I gotta add an amendment because it's gonna sound like a dumb question when you think about it this way. I know the world stage is $1 billion, $1 trillion opportunity for everybody who has something different on their feet on the world stage. I understand that, but why, as a company, put yourself in a position where you doing things that are easily seen by the public in a way that these athletes can hold them against y'all for future things? What if next time Adidas get the contract?
It's all about the money.
Now, you know what I mean, niggas? We don't see if Adidas get the contract, bro. If Adidas get the next deal,
That's all. That's
and mind you, Jalen don't have a Nike contract. He got, not Jalen. No, what's his own counterpart name? Tatum, Jason. Jason don't have Nike. He got Jordan brand, but same thing.
Nike.
Yeah, but like it's crazy. Like so, if Adidas get it, we don't get on Tatum. If Adidas play the game the same way,
Did y'all see what Jalen Brown said when
That's
they
crazy.
asked him what he was gonna do with all his money?
Yeah.
no, what'd he say?
He said,
Because even if I did, tell the people.
Hold on.
he said a lot of good shit.
I
so
can't.
you don't know.
I do know, but I can't remember everything.
He said, I heard it.
I'm
I
bringing.
got
He had a
got
plethora
us?
of things
I
to
got
say.
y'all.
He said, "I'm bringing the Black Wall Street."
Yeah, like he had a plethora of
Boston.
things to say for a
Oh,
young
to
man.
Boston? Oh, they gonna hang him. Oh shit, I said that on that.
Oh my god,
No, bro, it's Boston.
what's up with you?
So when
Then that's a
Jalen
part of the
Brown
controversy.
was asked about what he wanted to do with his new contract money, he specifically talked about bringing Black Wall Street to Boston and fixing the wealth disparity between black people and white people in Boston because it's one of the worst in the country. He specifically spoke on investing in black-owned businesses and uplifting the black community through this Black Wall Street model.
I love this nigga, yo.
That's
See what I'm
fire.
saying about
Like,
you
as
see-
an athlete,
so-
I already was
not
impressed
the
by
country,
him.
but
And-
you see what I'm saying. You put him in a room full of other people. The odd person becomes the star.
No, that's not the problem. The problem is you put money behind a motherfucker that's pushing an agenda that's against what y'all want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You put whether it's financial or not,
so no,
you
however-
put a light on them,
so
and that's
no, how-
financial.
no,
because
how-
free ad space is $1
'Cause
billion.
I look at it like this because no matter what nobody say, there's always take two. And Nike not just making a decision not to put him on the team alone. The NBA is too.
I hear that. I mean,
They got
there's-
parts of it. You know,
there's
we come together to do
none of this happens without a conversation.
Right. We come
The
together to do this.
NBA or the governing bodies are supposedly the ones that make the
Because,
decision.
honestly-
but if it can be manipulated, then that means after we have the conversation, we're
Because-
calling Nike too.
Right, because
Or they're a part of
because
the
honestly, it
conversation.
goes just like you want to bring him, and I don't, and I come to the table and say, "Yo, don't invite him no more." You gonna say, "I like him." Now we having a simple conversation, so now you agree with what I said. So you
now-
agreed to not putting him on the team.
Now I bring out the graph, and I say, if there's 10 players on an Olympic team wearing Nikes, we make this much. If there's 11 players on the NBA on the Olympic team wearing Nikes, we make
And then
this
we-
much.
and then we got this
We
one
not
independent.
playing this game.
No, seriously, seriously.
we not.
Because I think
crazy.
people don't realize in business, especially in big business, how much of these are projections that are fairly accurate. You don't have to go through it to see how much you're going to make off the party. You know what I mean? You throw a party, you invest in an event, you like,
already know.
damn, I hope the door do something. Like, no, these
No,
niggas
they
have
know.
a accurate range
A list.
of what's going to clear based on what things happen or don't happen. And it's
Or what's
precise.
already in the making.
It's specific. It's
Yeah.
trillions of dollars going into this shit. So yeah.
So they trying to silence the brother.
But shout out to him, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
shout out to
him.
him.
I didn't even know that was a topic. See what you did there? You killed that. Killed that.
Who? He did.
That was a transition.
Look.
That was.
Body that.
But I brought up.
Get the itch, bro. Get the itch.
But I
nigga.
brought up what he said though.
Yeah, but
And I sent that to
He
Kay.
did.
shout out to y'all.
Shout out to
Shout
you.
out to you. All
He
right.
did, and I sent it to him.
My bad.
Right. I had that joint on the screen. No,
Well, shout out to
my
you
fault.
because you did it and he held you down.
No, yeah,
He handled the topic. I thought
Yeah,
it was
because
it.
he knew more exactly what he said though. I knew he said some good shit. I watched the
He did.
video.
No, that's how we started. You say he said a lot of good shit.
Yeah, basically.
That is how he started. I forgot
I
that's
just
how we
can't
started.
remember everything. You know what I mean? He was like, he really was free. It was like a 24. Like, like I want to do this. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they shut that up quick.
yeah, he went crazy though.
I want to get to some comments.
Yeah, please. Let's have some fun.
Kai Sear, is that how you say it?
Yeah, that's my little
All
man.
right, word. Kai Sear said, "Hey y'all."
Yo.
He said, "Yeah, boots." Then he said, "Tevin didn't fight here."
No, he ain't fight here.
Oh, okay.
He didn't
And-
fight in Philly.
No, Tevin didn't.
Oh, I thought he was. They would say he was on an undercard
He was
at
supposed to,
Boots
yeah,
fight.
and that's no, it wasn't here.
Oh,
Okay.
He was the undercard. Wasn't Shakur for it this weekend too?
No, last week.
All right, so he was on ESPN.
Okay.
oh, he
Tevin
fought in
fought-
Newark. Oh, okay.
All right, for the Newark card. Bet,
Word.
bet. Thanks for clearing that up for
Yeah,
us.
thank you.
And then
Because I still don't know who fought on the undercard now.
Well, here, right?
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
TTV 5-star Feek
Uh-huh.
said, Bud ran to 147 when Boots went to 140 to fight him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that happened. That's the thing.
All right, now we caught up.
I mean, catch weights are catch weights. They got to meet each other somewhere at some point.
Somebody ain't gonna be able to hold.
And
that
we're not
weight for
talking
too
about a
long.
big window. I mean, it makes a difference. We're
I
not
do
talking
want to
about-
see them fight, but I do understand the situation.
I don't think it's
I don't
time
think
yet.
it's time.
I don't think it's
feel the
time
same
yet.
way.
I think everybody's rushing it
Yeah.
because there's a lot of talent that don't have the names. And if you have to be like a real boxing fan to like know the other motherfuckers.
right.
But
It's
like
not ready.
there's plenty of fights to be had,
That's the same-
especially more so for Boots than maybe for you know what I mean?
This era duck all the smoke. They
But-
fight.
No,
who
you
they
can't
wanna
put
fight.
one loss in the loss column where your career is
More money.
ruined mentally.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even reality, it's their mentality.
more-
These kids don't know how to take losses.
Yeah.
Floyd done souped everybody up, and then these
And got
kids
them
got
all feeling it,
overserved
yup.
at young ages and overpaid at
Yeah,
younger
yup.
ages.
Facts.
And now they don't even know how not to be the man for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? How to ice your wounds
How
and
to
fall
go back
back.
to reality.
How not to go to the after party after the fight.
Right.
It kills them.
Right.
Right.
Or go to the after party fucked up. We seen great niggas do it too.
Right.
But you ain't built for that.
Right.
You ain't built for them pictures like this.
Yeah.
Right.
With the lumps on you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
But
it's a
you
different
got
type
big.
of animal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's a way to
I'm
catch.
one of them, I
But
already
we're
know.
going to see it swing. We're going to see some new energy come in, and they're going to be on all of it. And then all these niggas that was, you know, these Garcias and everybody that's been benefiting off of the spotlight, they going to look like chumps compared to this next wave
Oh,
of
yeah.
fighters, yo.
Oh yeah.
Facts.
This
I
next
agree.
wave that came
Oh,
up
yeah.
watching UFC their
Oh, yeah.
whole life.
I
and
agree.
They looking at money disparities
This is
and
why.
who went
But
broke.
see, I'm glad
They
you
gonna play the game different, bro.
See, your brain, man.
They going to play the game
Because
different, bro.
I'm glad you said that because that's my conversation that I just had about the whole boxing game. We hear everybody. Everybody hear that. We want to see Shakur fight Pantane.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, the people behind it saying, no, we can make more money more 1st Let Shakur wait. Tank is on fire. Why would you make? We got 2 undefeated guys right now. We making bread off. Why would you make them clash so early? Crash your bread because now it's over for both. Why make money off of both when you trying to make it? We only make money
Let
off
it
of one. Now.
build.
It's
Let it
going to
build.
happen. It's going
And
to
the
happen.
conversations around fighting are all being manipulated around Floyd's career.
Yeah.
So people are afraid that people are going to avoid each other too long. Stop putting that on everybody's career.
Right.
Let motherfuckers fight what's in front of them.
Yeah.
That's a
the
big
thing.
problem, yo.
Yeah.
People are looking at it like, well, niggas, in order to stay undefeated, they just don't fight nobody. And that's not even true for Floyd's career.
Nope.
But that was a narrative. So now we're looking at these young fighters and we're putting that on them.
Like, hurry up and get
Niggas got 25 fights, 22 knockouts. Let him rumble.
25 fights in the last 6 years. You be like, damn, what the hell? You're fighting 2 times a year. Slow down.
Now, what I did hear, and I want to know if y'all agree with this, Mase said it. In order to make the stars that we're used to or to build the momentum that some of these fighters need that are less exciting, they need to fight 3 times a year.
I don't have a problem with consistency.
Tiring them out.
Not tiring them out. I mean, these are young
Make 'em
fighters. And remember, Tyson used to fight every month, bro.
Yeah, I know. Every 3 months.
Yeah, like, no, bro, yeah, back-to-back fights.
Yeah, but he was knocking them niggas out
And he
the
was
first
cleaning
and second
niggas.
round.
So he wasn't tired.
and he
he
was
wasn't.
always in shape.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying? He put the sherm away for a little bit, but like, that's crazy, right? But
It's
no,
like a shame
but what
how
I'm saying
niggas
is,
said he learned to fly.
do you think that that is a relative thing? Do you think that that would have an effect? If it's just similar to
No.
similar to battle rap,
Yeah.
I think that's a similar conversation to battle rap.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
You don't think if you saw a fighter more often that was decent, he would be? I mean, like nice, but wasn't that nigga? It would help his profile.
No.
Because
Going back to what you just said about a lot of these young fighters, it's gonna make an airhead moment. Now he's really talking.
but he's
I
getting
done went through these
experience at
last
the
few-
same time too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It
it'll
should
make-
balance out, no?
No,
Okay.
nah.
we
I
talking about the
think-
new generation.
Yeah.
We talking
I
about
mean,
the
it
new
depends on
generation.
who we talking
You making
about.
him actually more like, bro, who you talking to?
Activity is
I
only
got
gonna make
this.
you better though. Warfare. At
But
your
all of
craft
them right
is only
now
gonna
is
make you
working
better.
on that. All them activities, then that workout they put in is making them better. That's why they on the road they on
They
now.
say that they step it up.
I'm talking about now. It's gonna become more than a competitive. It's just gonna be like boss in the street. Like you ain't running with me. So what y'all gonna do now?
But what's the difference if you if essentially like, all right, say if you started out fighting twice a year
Mhm.
and they transition you, they tell you kick it up to 3 times a year, that might make a difference. But if you coming up and that's the expectation,
What you gonna do?
it's just about
Go
your
under
regimen at that point, right?
Yeah.
Because the workout is the workout. Fight night is one night.
Oh, well, then yeah, you going. But then
That's the
I
same
also
thing.
look at it too. Then and it's gonna weed out the thin.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna do.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to prove.
okay.
That
Now-
point.
Flip
now
side.
Now,
I see
remember
it's
back
gonna
in
weed out
April?
the thin.
Remember back in April when I battled like 4 times
Mhm.
in the same month?
Yeah, I remember.
I ain't do that because it was just like, oh, these niggas ass. I did it because it was like, yo, it's gonna force me to make myself sharper. So once I come out of that next month and maybe get a battle once a month, it's gonna be
Niggas can
horrendous.
get down with you, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just like a training regimen to see, you know, how I will lean on it. And I, you know, a couple battles backed out, so it's still even
And
out.
mind
but
you, nothing is absolute, right? That's not going to work for every fighter.
exactly,
Right.
but like you
but
said,
it
weed
might
out
bring
the
more
thing.
attention to the sport. It might have more pay-per-view opportunities or whatever have you, or just bigger draws to smaller fights, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Bigger
saying?
draw, that's
Like
what-
there has to be some kind of balance that comes from it.
For
All right.
sure.
I think we should move on, guys.
Yeah.
Good talk.
Yeah.
Good talk.
Good talk. Appreciate you, brothers. It's nice to have intelligent.
You
motherfuckers.
niggas.
I don't be wanting to talk to y'all like that.
You niggas.
You like
I'm the battle rapper. Boy.
nigga?
I talk
I had to.
All right, all right.
I had to cut my statement in. I feel like he knew what I was about to say.
So, the COPA Cup Finals
Yeah, that was
happened in Miami at the Hard Rock Stadium. And
I didn't know that was in the States. That's crazy.
Yeah, I thought it was overseas too.
Go ahead.
That's crazy.
chaos ensued. So the game was between Argentina and Colombia. These are two rival teams. Argentina has a long history of winning Copa Cups in the past, but Colombia, the underdog, was very excited in this situation. So a bunch of fans turned out and ended up storming into the stadium.
Wow.
They entered through the vents as well as just
Yo, that
bombarding.
vent video is crazy.
They went through the vents.
Like the HVAC, but
Yes, bro.
yeah, I know what you talking about. On some Blue Streak type time.
Or some, no, like this. Come on, step in my hand. I got you. I got you.
Or some Tilton Middle School climb through the fucking chimney joint shit. Like, what?
wow.
What else, Kat?
And they also bombarded the front gate ticket situation, as you can see from this graphic here.
Yo,
So, what do
the-
you think about this?
The shocking part was it was here in the States. That's what really shocked me.
yeah, I didn't even
I
know.
thought I could see that happen over there in the
It
other
happens all
countries.
the time.
All the time. That's normal. But it was here, right here in Miami. I
Yo,
watch videos.
Miami is
of,
getting their ass whooped. They
I seen clips of dudes running up the ramp, running from the cops, getting away from. It was wild down there.
Yeah, I just double checked. Yes, it was in Miami. It was
Ooh.
at the Miami Dolphin
the
Stadium.
craziest
Wow.
thing about it is, it's the #1 rule. always more of us than them. And unless you involve officers
Mm-hmm.
whose tactical advantage is having walkie-talkies and weapons,
Right.
security is bait. Bouncers are bait.
Mm-hmm.
Officers that render themselves disarmed or
It's
whatever
supposed to
have
be
you
a deterrence.
are bait. It's not the walkie-talkie is the best tactical defense that they have. It's not even their weapon. But when you have security that don't have the weapon to back the move,
Everybody lost.
they need to get paid triple for that day, bro.
No,
They
seriously.
need hazard pay. Like, that's crazy. It was nothing they could do about it, and they didn't have no backing. And when I say I watched them people climb through them vents, and I was
And
looking
it
at
was-
that shit like,
and
this
it
was
wasn't.
like, some-
And for people who didn't see it,
like regular
it wasn't.
people, bro,
It wasn't 1 or 2, 3 people. They were going in by fives
into the vents.
into the vent. By
He
fives.
not talking about the gate. He talking about the,
the
vent.
vent.
Yeah, this is crazy.
They were in a line to get in the vent. Like it was wild.
Everybody getting a booster climbing on somebody's shoulders. It was crazy.
It was
That's
crazy.
crazy.
And I'm just looking like, yo.
I'm afraid of them type people.
Mind you,
What's-
I just watched one of them docs about the shit that happened at the soccer game over. What game was that?
I was at the
The one with
Wembley.
Wembley joint.
Ryan Reynolds.
No,
No,
Not
no,
that
no,
one?
no, 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 no.
no, different one.
This-
This was
this is
about
throwback.
like people
Oh.
storming the Wembley during a soccer match between the Britain national team
Wow.
and I forget who it was.
And
Wow.
they went fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah. Oh, it was Italy. In Italy during the
It was
European
Italy.
Cup.
Yep.
During this soccer game, K, what team wore yellow?
Yellow is Colombia.
They were going wild. It was Columbia fans.
Well, bro, it's Columbia in Miami. You might as
Yeah.
well be in Columbia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the.
Yo, that's
Yo, it was
wild,
wild.
yo.
And like I said, Colombia was the underdog.
Did anybody
Argentina
get
has
hurt?
been to a
Of
lot of
course,
them
you know.
in the past.
No, what was the reports?
Like,
Everybody
yeah, any
survived?
reports on that?
Let me look.
Because,
wild.
like, as somebody, and you know how it is, bro. Tomorrow, you might find a reason to pick up an extra job, and it might be at a
Right.
security capacity. You know what I mean? You might give the company, you
Yeah.
like, oh, this light.
It's like.
And then it's one of
then
these
it's
nights that you didn't
Yeah.
work last year.
Yeah.
So you don't know that today is hell day, and
then-
everybody else requested off for a
Yeah.
reason.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about. We've
Yeah.
been in these positions at jobs for lesser.
Mm-hmm.
Where you like, oh shit, I should have requested off.
So I'm seeing 22 arrests were made, 55 ejections were made.
That's light.
No, that's.
A lot of what they're seeing is property damage.
Absolutely.
I see one report of a broken arm.
Mm.
I'm not seeing anything about any deaths or serious
Good,
injuries. besides
because
that.
Great.
I didn't want to keep joking when I'm thinking about a stampede. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've been in situations where
Me
I
too.
won't say on camera, but we overpowered a group one time to get into an event, and I felt horrible about it because you weren't supposed to push them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But
I was at the Phillies game when they won the World Series, so
you went crazy.
it was wild down Broad Street Stampedes.
But like I've gotten into like crazy events the wrong way, and I've finagled a lot of shit. But nobody gets hurt.
Right.
I don't want nobody to get hurt. If somebody gets hurt, I'm gonna feel bad because it was never that important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was never that important. But when that documentary that I was talking about, when it was the Brits against Italy, right?
Mhm.
The young man went down there without a ticket, looking to scalp a ticket for $2,500. He was willing to pay in his head $2,500, which means he probably have paid $35. But he figured out a way to get in that motherfucker for free.
Wow.
Dig it.
That's
That's
crazy.
how big that event was. Motherfuckers paying $10,000 and didn't get in because everybody else got in. Just imagine that.
Crazy.
One dude was down there, the boy from Italy, he was down there with his daughter. And yeah, it got crazy. He had to find the Italians. It was
I gotta
crazy
watch
in
that
there.
one.
Yo, it's
I
crazy.
gotta watch that one.
No, watch it. It was a good drawing, man. All of these sports joints that they putting up lately.
Lately, yeah. They on
Sports
fire.
has the best
They on
docs
fire.
popping, the best miniseries popping. They doing it with the Tour de France. They doing it with F1. They doing it with NASCAR.
Speaking of Tour de France, if I'm not mistaken, I just heard like an African American fella just won it out of 115 years or something like that.
He's not American, but it was the first black stage
Okay.
winner ever, and he's now won 2 stages. I don't know if he won anything last week. I don't think so.
Oh wow.
Because the Tour de France, for people that don't know, is stage based, and every stage is grueling and has a different thing to it.
In a different cycle.
Different condition, different day, weather, whatever. So, different pack. Like, it's so many variables.
Different people.
It's so many variables. Like,
different judges.
one person elbow the wrong person, 20 people fall. It get crazy. Like, so it's hard, but that's a to do 2 stages is my point. Is that's a hell of an accomplishment.
Yeah.
For anybody. So a black man did that. Salute to you, brother. Let's do this.
From Eritrea.
Matter of fact, I do remember he was reaching because I explained it to somebody. I was like, that's what Nipsey and them was.
Yeah, we talked about that
I did
last week.
explain
It
that.
was one of our topics.
Nipsey, because I always think of
Nipsey,
Black Sam when I think of Nip, because Black Sam was integral in a lot of shit.
No, for
I never
sure.
want to forget Black Sam.
All right.
For sure, for sure.
I get it.
So, last sports-related topic. The new 2K
You see how she cut me off?
cover was released.
Oh, that shit
And
fire.
For
It's
the
all
first
it.
time,
It's all that.
it is a dual cover.
All that.
I didn't see this.
It's one of my topics too. Fuck y'all talking about.
I love when niggas get excited about their topics. Hopefully you got something to say about them.
Like I did that.
Last
yeah.
topic, you ain't even know what the hell the niggas
You don't
said.
even play video games.
I don't, but I know about covers.
Oh man, cut the
So-
shit.
I
So
side
go ahead,
bet.
Cash.
I got somebody whoop your ass.
I don't want to play you, nigga. Fuck you talking
Not
about.
no fun.
Go ahead and introduce your
that's
topic.
me.
Nah,
Cash.
I saw the dual cover. It has like 4 or 5 slides to it, but I thought it was dope. Like, you
Who's
know,
on the
bring
cover?
more women to the cover.
Who's on the cover?
Fucking Jason Tatum and I don't know who the other girl is.
That's Asia Wilson, right?
I think
Yep,
so, yeah.
Asia Wilson.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on,
But I
man.
am
It's
into
your
the games.
topic.
So what?
Asia Wilson.
I'm into the video game part of it.
Don't Angela Yee me, man. Know something about your topic.
No, I did. But
Are y'all excited for 2K25?
I am.
I know the kids is.
So does this mean that WNBA teams will be involved on the game?
Listen,
Well, they have been.
I
Not
gotta
just-
keep up with the 2K.
They have been?
They always, for the last past couple
Yeah.
years, they always got
So
their
now
side.
this
of the
is
story.
acknowledgement on
This
a
is
different
real
level.
acknowledgement. Yeah.
Okay,
they're on
I'm
the
trying to
cover.
understand what the moment means
So
specifically.
the moment is pretty much the WNBA is attacking a new
They out here.
advertisement.
They out
They're
here.
trying now.
That's what's up.
They honestly are trying, and
And
that's
Asia Wilson getting her just
and
due.
that is definitely a big step. Like honestly,
is.
there's no female sports game dedicated strictly to the WNBA on their own,
Right.
and they always been subbed inside the game a separate whole game set.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know I wish I'd know some more because hopefully they change it where the point where people get the selection of picking my player as a female or male now.
Right.
I think
You
that's
know?
the future.
I think so,
Yeah.
but that there is a major.
Because my girl,
step.
she always watch me play that joint. She be like,
No girl players.
why you don't never play with a girl? I was like, you could play with them head to head, but you can't play with them in a
my
my
player.
player.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
She was like,
So- It's a
Okay.
big step.
I think congratulations to the ladies. Congratulations to Asia Wilson. She's gotten a lot. I'm seeing her in commercials and all of that. All the stuff that everybody was upset when they saw Caitlyn.
They
getting
are
deals.
selling out arenas now.
I'm seeing Asia getting. I'm seeing her producing on the court at a higher level. She gave Beyonce credit for her production. So that was cute.
There's underground talk, through the valley saying that for the next 3 years of watching, if the WNBA continues doing this growth, Philadelphia will get a female team.
That'd be awesome. I know some people have started talking about looking into those things that can really make some.
And
things
that's
happen.
also going with the part of them moving the stadium.
Well, there's also, if you look at the 5 and 10 year projection for that area, it could be manipulated. They're supposed to build the gaming stadium first, though. So it's
But
a lot
that's
going
good,
on
though.
down
That's
there.
good.
The gaming
Shout out to
stadium
the
is
WNBA.
crazy.
Yeah, I did. I seen
Seen
it.
the projections for that's crazy. But shout out to them, man.
Shout out
Congratulations.
to the
I think it's
WNBA.
awesome. I got a question before we move on to the next topic.
Okay.
NCAA 25 came out, right?
It did.
You know what that is?
The video game too?
The video, the college football is back. The shit they said LeBron was playing a week ago when he was on the stream with Kai Cenat.
Oh, okay.
They said it's out. They said it's crazy. Do either one of y'all interested in college football
Don't
being
care.
back on the sticks?
Don't care.
I'm not really a football watcher. I like the game. I like clips. I don't like watching football
So
games.
you don't play the game?
No, I don't play the football game either.
All right, I just wanted to ask because that's a
to
big
me,
deal in
it's
the
not
gaming world right
exciting.
now. In a sports gaming world.
It's exciting for the new youth, Because when we grew up, mind you, we had the teams.
Mhm.
We just didn't have the players' names on there.
Yeah.
So that's the only big difference right now. It's still regular.
That's why it's 25.
Yeah. So the big difference is now that these kids are
NIL.
getting their name displayed.
That NIL.
That deal they gave them was shitty.
It was horrible.
$600 in a
Yep.
free game.
Yep.
And a free video game.
That's
Yep,
it.
that's what
For
they
us
got.
to use your name.
But
Only
then-
one person that I seen was smart enough was Peyton Manning's son.
Yep.
And he said, no, I don't want that.
Yep.
And he didn't say about the money. The smart one, he didn't say about the money. He said, I'm going to focus off field on other things than that.
Yeah.
And they
Well,
came
that-
back to him. I believe they gave him almost like 25,000 now.
Yeah, but that's
So that was a
like-
good move.
Well, see, it becomes a thing like the Super Bowl. Your profile grows so much if you on here versus not being on here that we don't have to pay you much to do it. That's
So
what it comes down to.
Yeah.
It's the Super Bowl. They don't pay nobody to do the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You actually probably spend about 200 to 500,000 of your
yourself
own money
ready.
to get situated.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
You get
that's
yourself
crazy.
ready.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, and I'm sure there's been artists that spent more than that. But I'm
But
just saying
it's a
on
big
average,
it's a
probably.
big
Right.
excitement. It's a big excitement because a lot of these younger guys that's playing college football now is actually growing their own name.
Yeah.
So for them to be,
I mean, shit. The Sixers just
in the
got a
game.
rookie that has a social media presence that's out this world, and he ain't put the camera down since he got a jersey.
Yep. And it was like that before you came.
But these teams are trying to transform
But they go
over
back
into
to-
the social. The Aces are
See?
doing it very
They
well.
go
Back
back
to
to
the
the-
ladies. The Aces on fucking social media and YouTube page. You get to know these women, man. They be having fun. They
But
be
that go
dope
back
shit
to like I
going
just
on.
Yeah.
like we just saying about the MLB. If they let them,
They do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You ain't gotta go all the way.
yep, a little bit.
But you know what's crazy? That good old boy. There's a good old boy. He's still around, man. That motherfucker was screaming USA Saturday.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So, shout out to the dual cover. Let's get
boy,
to the
you
next
stupid
topic.
as shit.
There's a good
All
old boy.
So we're gonna move into
You ain't know I
politics
can say?
next. It's about time. Let's talk about it.
We gotta get to it, man. We tried to have some fun first.
Yeah. That shit is
We gotta
weird.
get to it, man.
Shit's weird.
Mind you,
man.
I found out about this next topic while I was at the Crier screening. Shout out to everybody that's part of Criers once again. If y'all late, we went to the Crier screening the other day, and I'm literally sitting in a movie screening, and my alerts is saying some crazy shit.
They shooting Trump right now. He on the
Not
floor.
even like text
He on the
messages.
floor doing the Harlem Shake.
Not even text messages. You know, don't do that. Don't do
Yeah.
bro.
All right, let me try. All right.
But
All right.
yeah,
Can I introduce this?
Please.
Go ahead, Kate.
He threw my whole shit off
Our
to do
bad.
something he
Our
wasn't supposed to
bad.
do. So go ahead.
No, I'm
right.
sorry.
No,
this
don't
is
do it.
bad.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So I know us. I know we're gonna go left. Before we get too far, so over the weekend, Trump was at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania.
My
During-
bad. Wrong button.
Over the weekend, Trump was at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. This was the last stop on his campaign before the Republican National Convention. Very shortly into his remarks, there was a shooting that ended up hitting his ear, and then there was another bullet that also ended up killing somebody who was in the crowd.
Rest in peace.
So before we get any further and before we go left, I do want to just say rest in peace
No, for sure.
to the person who lost their life
God bless.
in this situation.
Absolutely.
Nobody wants to be at a rally, be expressing their political freedoms, thinking that this type of thing will happen.
Non-violently expressing their political freedom.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
no jokes about that at all.
and he was
That man was in the
protecting
crowd.
his family
Sad.
while the shooting was happening. He was laying on top of his family to make sure that they were protected. So really, rest in peace to him. Prayers and blessings to his family and everybody who is mourning his loss. Now, like I said, there was an assassination attempt. The shooter was on a roof structure that was not within the perimeter of the Secret Service investigation or clearance area prior to the rally. So obviously, a Secret Service comes in prior to the candidate arrival and clears the area, does a sweep, makes sure that these things aren't supposed to happen.
So what they're saying is that particular rooftop falls in the jurisdiction of the local police. The local police was supposed to clear that area, is what they're saying.
Yes.
Just to be clear.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And the shooter has been identified as, hold on, let me make sure I get his name right.
That's crazy.
Thomas Matthew Crooks.
Mm-hmm.
He is 20 years old. He was shot down after this assassination attempt. He was 20 years old. He was from a part of Pennsylvania that was close by.
Bethel?
Yes, Bethel Creek or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bethel Creek, Pennsylvania. And he was a registered Republican, but had donated a $15 donation to a Democratic cause, which is mostly about getting out the vote. So there's really not much else that has been...
He's a registered gun owner.
Yes, he's a registered gun owner. He bought ammunition on the day of the event prior to attending this rally.
A lot of ammunition in a town where there was about to be a political rally at.
Yes. And other than that, we don't know very much about him. He doesn't seem to have a large online presence, and at this point, the FBI have not been able to get into his cell phone.
Couple of add-ons. They have shown that he was a part of a political ad a few years back where you see him in his normal state, I guess, so to speak. Like, you see how his mannerisms and stuff. Then they have a video that popped up today of him being bullied in school.
Oh, man.
And the reports have been that they spoken to a couple people that known him in high school and said that he was a loner and was bullied, which is something that we hear about all of the mass shooters, and we've been hearing this narrative since I've been alive about, well, he was a loner and he was bullied. I mean, we can go back to Columbine, right?
Yeah.
So, just to add those things onto the situation, as far as when she says this is what we know, those are a couple additional things that I've been able to catch online of, like, literally seeing him. And as somebody that works in a specific field with a certain demographic, homie wasn't all the way there.
Thanks.
And we talk about stricter and tighter gun laws and lobbying for them and the legislation for all these years. Does the lack thereof being aimed at their leader change their position?
I don't know.
Like, he said that, and when I say he, I mean 45. He said that he had to change his speech for the RNC based on what happened. And people are hoping that he said it with the intention to unify people.
Right.
But I'm already seeing headlines before we went on live that he was going into some belligerent ramblings that was hard to decipher.
Right.
So I don't know where this is going. But anybody else?
Yeah, I don't
Initial feelings, anything?
I don't know. Like, I didn't even watch the whole little video. But people said that they thought it looked fake. Like, it was a publicity stunt.
The thing about it, and this is the thing, right? What is fake, right? Whoever the gunman was, he's dead, supposedly, right? And somebody else that's supposed to be an innocent bystander is dead. So something happened.
Yeah, but that still could be planned. That could be premeditated.
It can be. I watch a lot of 24. But, like, every season, by the way.
I feel
I
like
don't know nothing about that. I just know what I know. You know what I'm saying?
me
Like,
personally, I feel like it was a real assassination attempt that failed.
you think it was sloppy?
Yeah.
I agree.
He's a
I feel like he was-
20-year-old
no, he was-
non-professional.
I
He's a
feel
part
like-
of a gun club, not the
I
military.
feel like Trump was meant to get hit. Trump saved his life on his own. I honestly, because like you said, certain things ring bells, especially with this political world. This is not nothing new. Assassination attempts is not nothing new.
Yeah.
So for him to have built ammunition the day of the rally in his town, didn't flare up no flares. The fact that he crawled on top of that roof in front of all those people with no care.
And people saw him up there.
Yeah. the fact that people were trying to notify police and police took forever to come see the people talking about.
They said the cop went up there, saw him up there, and then dipped down. And they said that's possibly why he let off so early, and he might have missed because of that, because he wasn't.
But it still
planning
makes
on
sense for
letting
the
off
police
yet.
officer to go down when you see a person laying with a weapon.
No, I'm just saying what they.
No, I'm saying though. So
You
it
just
don't.
reminded me
It
of
just
that.
makes no. And then, you know, the Secret Service part with their snipers don't make no sense. How they didn't notice it. You at levels with this guy,
Mm-hmm.
and you're a trained professional to do this.
You thinking just at least at a military?
So I feel like it
level,
was
you
met.
prepare
We
for
all
that.
know in the political world, Trump don't have a lot of friends, and honestly, they really don't want to see him in there.
And one thing that they made sure to put out was that he was a
His own
Republican.
peoples don't want to see him.
And
in
I
there.
think that that's the thing that no one's acknowledging, because the Republican Party, and I'm not trying to get into a thing,
Right.
are not allowed to
That's-
speak against their own or not allowed to vote against their own. So a lot of people are not acknowledging the fact that there are Republicans that don't like him.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
another part that I thought about that was kind of ironic, right, is that
Bet.
he was killed. Not killed. He was shot at by someone who was bullied. That doesn't like bullies.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I don't think anybody put that together either. He shot at a bully.
Yeah, that's true.
So y'all keep telling us he was bullied, but y'all not putting the strings to the
Yeah.
dots on the
So-
on the board.
Honestly, it was a sense, but it is up in the air with me too. Also, because even from Donald Trump's performance, there's no way somebody's chopping at me, and I want to get up between people that want to protect me to show my face. That bullet just hit my
And
ear.
I don't know whether it is
Doesn't
a
make
second
sense to me.
shooter or a third shooter or none of that. I don't know if there's
So,
somebody in the
right.
crowd with a pistol.
So I'm just like, none of this is really making sense
Now,
too.
Yeah,
one
I
thing
don't
I
know.
want to remind people of, because they talk about security and they talk about the magnets and the magnetic detectors and the metal detectors and all of that.
Mhm.
Do not forget that it was reported that on January 6th, this man told them take all of them shits and turn them off because his people are not going to hurt him. So there's times where there are
Pre-planned.
security risks
Pre-planned.
that he initiates.
Pre-planned.
Right.
So sometimes when his thing doesn't look like how it traditionally goes, it might be because he put a hiccup in the system. Maybe not to get shot at necessarily, but just because
was
he
meant
wants to
to-
present a certain front
This is
a lot of the times,
this is-
or he knows his audience.
This is the
Right.
image that want to be sold. Blood, sweat, and
That
tears
picture
for this
is
country.
mean.
Man, look at it. I love
That
it.
Shout out
picture
to the
is
photographer.
mean.
It is. That is
That
art.
is an album cover
That's
if
art.
I ever
That
seen
is
one,
art.
my nigga.
You
That
know,
picture, as
the
much as I
country-
don't fuck with
listen,
Bull,
the-
that picture mean.
I think the funny part was this started trending and so did 50 Cent.
No, 50 song is on the top 10 right now.
50
Many
said-
Men is on the top
50
10
said
right
how
now.
the former president get shot at and I'm trending.
He top 10 on a Billboard right now.
Yeah, he a
For
dickhead
many
for
men.
that. A
That's
genius
crazy.
At the same time.
Yes.
Well, you know, you make a good record, it always going
Always gonna present itself.
that's all it is.
But yeah,
What do you
it's-
think, Kay?
Well,
Many men.
I agree with what Wade said. I don't think that this was at all a coup or like a created
It was meant.
thing. I think that Trump has security flaws that he deliberately put in place, and they showed themselves in this instance. But I also, I mean, I want to take a pause because I also want to talk about the politics of this. And, you know, it's tough in the wake of an assassination to immediately talk about politics. Assassination attempt, my bad. To immediately talk about politics, but we are going into conventions week. And this is the point in the election where lines need to be drawn in terms of who is going to be advocating for you in your party, and who is still on the fence.
And today he just officially became the Republican nominee and announced his running mate.
Yes.
That happened today.
Vince, the center
Yeah.
of Ohio.
Yep.
That's a separate topic.
That told everybody they was idiots if they ever voted for him.
We'll get into that topic in a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
But before we get there, I wanted to say this is a very pivotal moment for him. And as soon as this assassination attempt happened, the way that Trump responded and the way that people responded to Trump was worth remarking on. A lot of people that we did not know were Trump supporters came out and expressed their
allegiance.
Yes, their support, their allegiance to Trump. Biden then also handled the situation pretty well. He made a formal press conference from the White House.
He's done multiple.
He spoke 4 times since the assassination attempt has happened, but he made a formal White House press conference, which is actually a big deal.
That's crazy.
And most of his rhetoric, along with what people hope Trump's rhetoric at this convention would have been, was to unite the country, to put down the political axes and really come together and unify and talk about policies instead of going on this hatred brigade that this election has kind of fallen into. So I thought that was interesting for both of them to, in some ways, in their own ways, try to move that direction.
One thing that I didn't like, and it happens early on, and this always happens, especially with that side, where when they speak early, they speak wrong, right? So initially, a lot of Republicans were coming out and saying Joe Biden's rhetoric is what causes for the violence, the political violence, and it's the way that he's painting Donald Trump that's making people want to cause violence. And a lot of them are ignoring or forgetting all of the things that Trump has said throughout these last years, or the act that happened on January 6th, or what he did with everybody, Obama, you know what I mean, Clinton, everybody.
Right.
And even when he laughed at what's the lady, Nancy Pelosi's husband getting hit with, remember he made a joke out of that at a rally.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like, I think people, they like, it's like they say these things without accountability. Like, you don't remember what he did.
Right.
And I think that is very weird, and I think that it's very strange that we wind up in this 2-option system where we have one side that doesn't know how to market, and we have another side that just is blindly doing whatever they want and ignoring everything on the table with their messaging, and they still have the same following.
Yeah.
I don't understand how this is supposed to get better.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is very strange. We know that the country is literally divided in half politically. Literally. So even when somebody gets convicted of 34 felonies, even when somebody do all the stuff that homie did, he has the best presidential political picture ever.
And, you know,
and it's greater chance as he ever had at winning this motherfucker.
I fucks with Trump.
I know you do. Look at you.
I fucks with Trump.
About to put the part on the side like him.
Nah, it just...
Like
I look at it like, I'll take it from a motherfucker keeping it real.
Don't do it. Don't
Then a
do it.
motherfucker just
He's not keeping it real. He's not keeping it real.
No, he's not hiding the fact with the Black Jaws comments. He's showing you who he is.
He's not keeping it real. So if keeping it real is telling y'all fuck y'all,
that's what I'm saying. You know what it come with. Then to be smacked behind the ears while you up there playing.
Do you understand the Supreme Court ruling based on the judges? The percentage was literally based on the judges that he put into place in the Supreme Court. The ruling gives him absolute power. If he's ever elected again, he could stay in office indefinitely. Then somebody's going to have to take him out.
Yeah,
so keeping it real is not worth that. Like, the keeping it real and the money thing are weak arguments.
How long do you honestly believe that America political world gonna stand at the top?
I'm not worried about him staying at the top. I'm worried about not having somebody that has a reputation for burning everybody that thinks that they have their biggest opportunity in their career, the person that makes sure that nobody
So-
that looks like me
so it'd be
lives,
like the
around,
simple
lives
question
in his
is-
buildings. The
so-
person that has done
No, I get
everything
everything.
sexually,
I get everything that
everything
people
sexually
feel.
to women that
So
has come
why
out, you would
is
not even
there-
stand beside your homeboy for.
It'd be like, so why isn't
That's a
there?
fact.
How is he gonna run the country?
So here's the question
Yeah.
then: why isn't there no one else going against it?
Because you have a party that always bets on their biggest horse. They don't care about how they look.
Why isn't? But majority of them not riding away with
It's
it.
not a no. You can't say that. That's not a fact. That is not a fact.
So that's what I'm
That
saying.
is not a
So
fact.
it's-
The same
so-
people that spoke against him on January 6th, 7th, and 8th retracted and flipped their statements months later.
as they all did before.
So it
That's
ain't
what I'm
nobody
trying to-
that's
so
and now
why-
when you add the momentum that he's gained by surviving the assassination attempt and pumping his fist in the air
Yeah, that-
afterwards,
that was
which
very-
looks like some
that was
shit
very-
that they only see black people do.
That was very set for
Yeah.
That's he stole that
Like
from Obama.
once he do that,
that,
the momentum is on his side. So even if I was somebody that was against him, the way that they operate, 9 times out of 10, they're only against you because they feel like you might not be guaranteed to win. Once he gets the momentum, they waving that flag too.
just like you said, it's split evenly.
He just announced
Right?
he just announced a vice presidential candidate that has multiple tweets
Yeah,
of
that-
bashing this nigga
Bro,
and saying
I'm
that
trying to understand
the
that move.
country is idiots if they
you,
vote
if
for
you
him.
let him be president.
Yeah.
So
What's the move behind that?
to say that they're against him, everybody's against him until you put the machine behind him. The same thing with these black women that they get every once in a while to come speak on their side.
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
don't-
these women are on the opposite side of those debates until the machine come and the bag
they
come
pay.
and the
Yeah.
recognition come and
Especially, I
you're
already-
gonna be rich
Yeah.
forever come.
I already know how that running.
So like you can't talk about who's behind him and who's not because we all vote in the dark. Everybody vote in the dark.
Pointless.
But when you say that he puts X amount of Supreme Court judges on the Supreme Court and then you say the decision was made 6-3, that's a direct thing.
Straight to the
That's
point.
like if you was battling somebody and they said it was 5 judges and 4 of them judges was from Brooklyn.
Yeah. I get it.
Nigga, what?
Get all,
You're
It don't,
get everything you want.
you could be battling a nigga from Queens. You ain't got a shot in it.
Yeah, exactly.
And the 5th judge is from fucking Connecticut.
Right.
Don't know a damn thing.
Nigga don't even care. Nigga like, they said he won, he must have won.
Yeah.
He just gonna vote with them.
Right.
Yo,
Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
This is
you're right.
like, no, we can't play them games that he keeping it real. He ain't keeping it real with. He never
I don't-
kept it
I
real
don't
with
think-
nobody. He don't care about none of you. He don't even care about the people that support him.
that man.
He doesn't care. This motherfucker is amazing. And the crazy thing is, I predicted him winning before he fucking won, before he had momentum the first time. When he announced his campaign, I said, he's going to win. He got the most money. He's on TV. He's going to win. I said it. Same way I knew we was getting LeBron
True.
and the Lakers. For the people that don't know.
That's how it go.
I just be knowing, like, y'all gonna find a way to make me have to hope this motherfucker do good. That I don't want to talk about. But go ahead.
Did anybody else have anything to add specifically about the assassination attempt itself before we move into talking about the vice president selection?
I think that if nobody else wants to go,
I'm good.
I think that people need to be very careful about what they're quick to react to, especially when you have no expertise in certain things. So be careful and delicate of how you handle it when you have a big platform. Because in situations like these, just as we're still getting information as we speak, there's going to be a few more days or weeks of things to come out before you can make any determination. And we are at a volatile time where everything is on the ground. People are on the ground trying to get votes and things like that. You don't want to sway any opinions outside of things that you have control over unless it's in jest. Or unless you're giving a disclaimer that you don't know what you're talking about.
Next.
And I just want people to be careful with their platforms. I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm not telling you to believe that it happened or not. I'm telling you, be careful when you start piling on all of these extra facts and stuff that aren't factual. Because of your
That's
perception.
crazy.
Like, motherfuckers think their perception is fact. Like, no,
Yeah.
seeing is believing, but understanding is another level.
Right.
Right?
Facts.
Alright. You can close it out?
No, I ain't.
Oh, you good? No, that's
Yeah.
all I wanted to say.
All right. Let's move into the vice president selection.
That was
Here
a
it
topic
is.
too? Mm-hmm. Look at me.
Well, you killed one of my other ones because one of my other topics was about the SCOTUS decision.
Well, we went through it already. We good.
Yeah, you covered it.
I didn't kill it. I handled it. You know what I'm saying? It's done.
I don't know too much about the boy. I only know about the bad tweets and how he was bashing me.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna find out tomorrow, but yeah.
So Trump just now has announced his running mate for the election as Senator J.D. Vance of Ohio. Before he was senator, J.D. Vance was kind of unheard of, and he only became senator in 2022, so he's pretty much untested when it comes to national politics. He's only 39.
Yep, I knew that.
So he's very young, and he kind of likens himself as like a man of the people, a hillbilly style type of guy. I also do not know very much about him. I know that he used to be a critic of Trump's Make America Great Again campaign, particularly on issues of trade, foreign policy, immigration. But now he has become a champion for Trump, especially in recent months. Probably something to do with this decision coming. So,
mind you, Trump put them all on a plate. He tell 8 of them that they on board. And they just gotta play. I'm telling you, like he'd be like, "No, I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about you." And they all gotta play the game and see who get it.
So part of the thought process behind this decision, of course, was to kind of capture the Midwest. A lot of the battleground states for this election are in the Midwest region.
Isn't Ohio always one?
Ohio.
Yeah.
Minnesota, Idaho, Michigan, Wisconsin. Those are all states that Trump needs to get the majority of to win the election and when everything is said and done. So he's hoping that this will help him. I think also the youth is something that he was looking for because he's trying to energize his younger voters to come out to the polls.
So we got a good old boy. Oh.
But
I don't know that.
it's also an interesting choice because part of what Trump's campaign relies on is energizing Black and Latino voters to vote his way as well. And this choice kind of leaves a lot to be desired in that sense. So what are you guys feeling about the choice?
Yo,
I don't know young
I
boy.
don't know, dude. I'm gonna be honest.
my whole thing,
I
like,
don't know young boy. I don't know you.
fuck about homie. No, but
Fuck his main man.
who the hell is that
I don't know you.
Slice.
nigga? Back door, dickhead. No,
Y'all niggas crazy.
I think the bottom line for me, two things. Whoever Trump aligns himself with, usually is short-lived. So we don't even know if this young man is going to make it into the race before he say something or do something and he be like, nah, not you.
Yeah.
Back to number 2. Like, you don't know what's going to go on, but, I mean, even beyond that, this man is not going to have no say-so. He is going to be a soldier. So it doesn't matter who he is. What matters is these motherfuckers can't get in the office. Except for the fact that he wants them to. But, I mean, you know, more power to you. More
I
power
don't
to you.
got no point to who I
More
want
power
in
to you. He
office.
about to get you another good old
I don't
boy.
even vote.
Not a good old boy.
Yeah,
Comments gonna grind you up.
I don't even vote.
No, but we really don't care, but it did need to be touched on, so we over that one. Let's get through these topics. Anybody in the audience say anything? We good?
I'm checking now.
Cause
No, we good.
Alright, because if they didn't want to expand on it, we don't have to. We good. We good. It is what it is.
All right.
It's going to be what it's going to be.
Let's get out of politics for a second.
Please. Sheesh. Blowing my whole thing.
Oh, okay.
That was
Hey,
crazy.
yo.
Right.
Nah, I'm
What's
cool.
this? Audio porn?
Nah.
fuck is going on with y'all two? Y'all at work right now.
Why you like you got slime coming out your head?
No, it's crazy, right?
Nigga.
Cause my head be
Slimer.
sweating. But it's crazy because the drip got everything in it, like a little lime green. It's a little lime green on here, a little green on here. You know what I mean? With the black and orange. See, you got the, you know what I mean? The street, like that's the real gritty
He just
hood
pointed
nigga
to
drip. Like
he just pointed to
You know
three
what I mean?
completely
That-
different greens, but y'all
But it's
can't
all
see
green,
him,
though.
so he act like it lined up.
Oh,
This
but
nigga
it do
said
line.
lime green, little green on here, little green on here. All them greens
it's
different.
all- but it's fire though, cause there's a connection to everything. Cause this green go with this black and orange. You gotta chill, like.
Well, you look like you just came off
You know
Double
what I'm
Dare.
saying? Oh, Double Dare.
Yeah,
What's that?
it was a
The
kid
nigga
game
loaded.
show where you used to get slime.
Yeah, I'm cool.
They got slime coming out his head.
Fuck out of
Are you
here.
guys
No,
ready?
look at the camera. Like you think
It's not
you looking
slime.
at you. Look at the camera like you got slime.
It's
coming
not
out.
slime. Though.
All right, Slimer.
It's cool though.
Ecto cooler.
I'm still bull. Like I'm me. I could do that. You know what I mean? You can't do that.
All right.
And you had your nipples on the screen too.
Yo, stop threatening me on my show. This is my show. Man,
Stop trying to talk shit to me. Like leave me alone. Like,
What's
that's-
the-
bottles are multi-purpose in my world.
Oh
So,
man.
Complex came out with their
You out of pocket.
annual hip hop media power ranking, which ranks different personalities who talk about hip hop throughout the year.
Spoiler alert: we ain't make it.
We did not make it.
Oh.
Ah.
But I do want to read up
Fuck them niggas, yo.
some of
I'm on
these
my Baltimore
folks. I'm gonna jump ahead to the top 10 because I'm not gonna read all of them.
There was some notables under 10, but go ahead.
I know there were. All right, so I'll start at
Just skip
Okay.
around the names that you care
start
about.
at 14.
Yeah.
We got Bootleg Kev,
Exactly.
Rory and Maul,
Yep.
Little Yachty and Mitch, Nori,
Which is weird. Why wasn't that Drink Champs? But go ahead.
right. Number 10 was Nardwar.
Absolutely.
Number 9 was Gillian Wallow.
Cool. Bet.
Number 8 was Anthony Fantano.
I'm not familiar.
Me either.
But he's a big deal. I know everybody else knows him but us.
7 is Ebro.
Shout out you, bro.
6 is DJ Vlad. 5 is Elliot Wilson.
Salute.
4 is Charlemagne the God. 3 is Kai Cenat. 2 Joe Budden.
Mr. B.
And 1 DJ Academics.
Fuck them niggas, yo.
I want to start by saying something that I think is being overlooked, right? No, because I think I didn't realize it till she just said it. She read it back to me, and I knew the top 5 because it kind of made sense in whatever order they were in. But what stands out is Elliot Wilson, right outside of Charlemagne, Kai Cenat. You see what I'm saying? And we know that Elliot Wilson has had a career where we've seen him tweet about certain people not interviewing with him and not feeling appreciated. And we know that Elliot Wilson is a real journalist that's been putting in the work for years, since The Source and probably before that, right? So I think that that's awesome. So I want to get this to Elliot real quick
Yeah, for sure.
because I know you ain't feel appreciated, and I know it's a lot of ways that you see that your stones should be crystallizing, but we appreciate you, and at least you got acknowledged on this one, man. I don't know how much it means
That's
to him,
cool.
but I appreciate them for acknowledging him because he put the work in, man.
Yeah.
He put the work in. We all figuring it out. A lot of people are learning, some people more skilled than others, but Elliot really knows how to do journalism.
Right.
And
Yeah,
he's been an
no, for
online
sure.
presence and a great personality the whole way. He's a good dude. So salute to Elliot. But y'all go ahead. Besides that, what y'all think of the list?
Nah, that's average.
Does it sound about right,
Yeah,
right?
That sound about
Yeah,
right.
it's, what you gonna argue with?
I'm surprised though. how
The
you-
Yachty joint was a little high for me.
I was going to say, and I'm surprised I don't see from the top 15. I show speed.
I'm about to smoke y'all with this one.
Well, they really don't see. The thing is, Kai crossed over in the mainstream,
Yeah.
and he's not even the biggest streamer. He's the biggest black streamer.
Mm.
There's about
Yeah.
5 white boys.
Yeah, but
Mr.
you
Beast
know,
blowing him out
that's
the water.
Pretty much that they touch on hip hop.
Yeah, but even with
You know,
that, like,
yeah, 'cause,
even with that,
nah, man, he definitely.
you see what
I
I'm
got it.
saying? Like, no, Kai
Yeah.
found a way to make itself
He got
mainstream between making the news and the guests that he's had on,
Special guesses.
especially in hip hop, because he became an official hip hop platform. People's labels was telling them, "Yo, you don't got no way to go in the basement with Kai. You can't figure out a way to do a couple hours with Kai. You don't know nobody to know Kai." That's what niggas labels was doing.
It's a name here that wasn't mentioned, that was mentioned in the last year or so that everybody was upset about. Does anybody know who it is?
I'm listening.
Where the fuck is Carisha Please at, man?
Remember, Carisha was number 1 last year, number 2.
Damn.
So how the
She's
fuck
not
this
on the
happened?
list, yeah.
Exactly why?
Well, also there's
Has she
also
done anything this year?
when you look at certain placements,
Exactly.
when you look at certain placements that are on this list, they are based on allegiances.
No, right, but
And I'm not saying that the person
They
doesn't
are.
deserve to be on a list. I'm saying that certain these placements, you look at them, you're like, oh, that's they people.
Right.
bro. But when you look at the shit that happened last year, that shit, her shit didn't deserve to beat out.
No, she did
Drink
3.
Champs $1 million
she did
worth of
3
game
pods.
and shit like that. Like, are you
She
crazy?
did 3 or 4 episodes.
But
But
now
at the time,
we see what happened with Diddy.
Diddy,
fire.
I was about to say at the time she
And
was
now-
attached to Diddy.
Exactly.
Diddy has a revolt relationship. He has a complex relationship. Like all of these things.
But he
matter.
no longer has those relationships.
Exactly.
now.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
you know, it's one of them proof is in the pudding type Jones.
Well, I mean, I wish Carisha the best, but
No, me too.
we and it's funny nobody else pointed that out. You might be that might be a hot take. And but you know what's crazy? Thinking of the personalities that I've seen speak on it so far, they probably recognized it and decided to just leave it alone. Like not relationship based.
But
Like
has
not
she
the,
dropped anything? Has she done anything?
she hasn't, but at the same time, there's still a conversation or argument to be made about who we putting on pedestals, especially as somebody that has a platform and sees
And-
platforms come and go, be inconsistent and all of that. And I don't hate on nobody, but I know when it comes time for certain things and certain conversations, it's like, well, raise your hand if you heard of Sippin' with Sammy.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Get it.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm being, this is respectfully, it's just different. It's weird. Like, do you touch the people for real, or did you do something and motherfuckers is
got
like,
somebody-
you did
right.
something.
Got the back end.
You did something.
Got the back.
Like,
Right.
I'm fucking with the people. I'm at award shows where half of the people that's getting acknowledged out of 70 people have been on this platform
Mm-hmm.
and had great experiences and
Right.
great outcomes and residuals from being on this platform.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
You see what I'm
It
saying?
was easy.
So you can't tell me somebody just argue about what their boyfriend did every week and it measures up.
And
Shout out TTV 5-star Feek. She only got that spot because of Diddy.
We know that, and I appreciate your comment too. Thank you for that. We know that, man. But outside of that, anything else?
Outside of that, everybody was on there that needed to be.
I think I respect. I salute everybody that made it, man.
And
You being acknowledged for a reason. Even she was at a certain point, but it was the reasons that people
it
wanted.
is
to
what
do.
it is. But
That
it's,
the people had a
wait, but
discrepancy
it
with.
is what it is. That's sports, though, right? So
Yeah.
they don't fall in the same category.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Right.
what it is. It's sports. It's just hip hop
Right.
artists. But I think that's part of. Real quick, just to piggyback off something we said earlier. I think that's where Jay Prince got confused at. I think he's still looking at them like rappers. Like, bro, they're supposed to speak on sports.
Mm-hmm.
You control rappers.
Mm-hmm.
They're not that no more.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
They're not
I think there's a blurred line. You know, when you do
Well, they
something
are.
so. No, they
forever
are.
rappers.
They
'cause
still
Cam's
perform.
Still spitting and shit.
They both still
That's-
perform.
Yeah, but
But
they not.
they number is not
there to
regular
rap.
rapper numbers.
Right.
Cam said we making over $1 billion every time we take to touch the stage, and the first time we touch the stage together, it's going to be more than a quarter of that thing.
You say you keep talking shit about Mase. He could have dissed you and got 400,000 off the DSPs. I said, whoa.
Yep, he started talking cash shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Started talking because
400,000 for a diss record, like that means his name is.
no,
that.
dig it. He said because I just did it.
Right. With
He
Ant-Man,
said
they
I
got
just
like
did it with
200,000.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
That was crazy about it. Niggas talking cash shit.
easy.
you ready to get into the next topic?
Please and thank you.
All right.
Man, this is crazy.
I'm going to let you introduce this one.
All right, so I don't know if everybody's aware, but Mav Hoffa has a platform called My Expert Opinion that has been around for a few years, quite a few years, I should say, and has done very, very well. And friend of his show is Bimmy, and Deb, by the way, Bimmy's sister.
Yeah.
Also, his former co-host, who he had a bad split with, is a gentleman named Champ. That his identity, as a personality on the show, was the brother that just came home from jail, that's making the right moves and trying to do the right things, and is a married man and is humble and all of these things, right? That was his personality, and he added a certain perspective. You know, sometimes people could overtalk jail or could always introduce themselves as, I'm the jail nigga. Like, and you be like, don't do that. You good, bro.
Yeah, you gotta chill, fam.
Those was little signs that he wasn't completely, but you ain't been home that long, cool. Him and Mav split was rocky. Mav said that he lied about a couple things. He said he couldn't trust him. He said they had an arrangement that he was going to seek help for certain things that Mav saw in him, and he didn't follow through on those things. It's a lot. Then Champ went on everybody's platform that would have him and bashed Mav and said that Mav was wrong and that it was a miscommunication, a misunderstanding, and he should have called Mav one night and he didn't, and that was where the miscommunication came at, when Mav had a laundry list of things that was happening, including rental cars that was supposed to pick up artists for the show and what happened and all of that in between, right? Just a lot of things that happen in business when you're dealing with people that want to be main stables and don't want to be reliable at the same time. But you don't learn it until you give them responsibility and certain things fall through. And you looking at it like shit always fucked up. And then you notice the 3 out of the 5 times it was this person that was involved, right? That happens in business.
Right.
So what happens now is, and this is why I introduced the saying, Bimmy is a friend to the show. And so is Deb. So Bimmy, according to the story, had Champ over at his house. In his video of Champ leaving the room where everybody is at, you can hear Bimmy in the background, and it seems to be talking to a lot of women. You can hear his voice, like specifically because Bimmy has a unique voice. You can hear the women respond, and everybody's having a great time from what it sounds like, right? And you see Champ walk down the hallway and do one of them joints that Boosie brother did in the video. Remember the video of Boosie brother when he looked left, looked right, and then go into the bedroom?
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's a bedroom, but he look around, dip into a room where nobody seems to be at.
Right.
Then he comes out on his phone. That's followed by a video of Champ in a tobacco store, supposedly, or allegedly, using the card to, you know how you take a card, you check it, put it on a pump 9 real quick, see if it's activated. And then there was somewhere else that he was alleged to have used the card at also. And Bimmy put the information out and said that Champ robbed him for his card. This nigga ain't cool. And Champ came out and said, you got that wrong. I ain't do nothing to nobody. Y'all tripping. I ain't gonna say nothing else about it. That's all I came to say about it. You know what I'm doing when nigga put you on spaces and everybody waiting for what you gonna say, and you be like, yo, that ain't what happened. This nigga lying, and I ain't answering no questions.
That's it. I got it. he was on a mission. That's it. I got
like,
it.
bro,
I got that,
where do we get Tobacco Town footage of you without you using my card?
Yeah, like what?
Why did I get they footage?
Tobacco Town?
Shit,
not Tobacco Town, but like the equivalent of a Tobacco Town type establishment. Like
Champ on some shit.
He bought like 8 Black and Mild.
He ain't say I didn't do it.
He bought like 8 Black.
I'm telling you, I got it. It's over with, bro.
Oh,
that was mine.
Brody.
He Brody do.
Yeah.
Brody.
That was like that.
Top bunk, nigga.
He said it's over with. I ain't talking about it no more.
Top bunk. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna say top
Don't
bunk.
ask for it.
I'm gonna walk in the cell brand new and say TB.
And if you what you gonna do? You gonna snitch?
What TB mean?
No. So what you gonna do? You gonna call the law now? Come on, show your cards. You gonna call the law?
This is a gentleman that admittedly done a lot of time in his life.
That's what I'm saying. So what you gonna do? You gonna call the law?
Would you risk your freedom, brother? And part of my story was also that he was married, and he praises his wife a lot for being the woman that held him down on his last stretch, which wasn't a short stretch. Why would you be caught on camera? Why would you put yourself in the light to do crumb type activities? That, like, imagine her looking at her news feed.
Oh, what I'm trying to say.
And you in there buying 8 Black and Miles, and she like, you don't need smoke Black and Miles. Like, you don't need smoke Blacks. You want to see if you can get $20 off? You know this New York, this shit expensive. You want to see if you clear 20 on the card?
TTV 5-star Feek said pure comedy. Champ was looking for those exclusive cigarettes from jail. Cracking the fuck up.
Bro, do you know how amazing
That man said
it is to get caught up in this after being disgraced or trying to argue your point why you left one of the biggest platforms in hip hop, as we speaking to earlier. Like, Math has a great platform. Whether you agree with him or not, the folks come through there, good conversation. He balances out his co-hosts and the people that rotate in and out of them seats in a very dope way. And he's been profiting in a great way from it so much that he's snarling that battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what? $500,000 to leave me alone.
Yeah, facts.
So, like, when you get disconnected, I've been separated from a main entity in the city. Y'all know I was part of Glockaware. Nobody knows why we separated. We separated amicably, as a lot of people don't even understand it's possible.
Right.
But we left amicably. At that point, it's on me to do me. Part of doing me is not to get caught in no fuckery that will hinder what I'm trying to accomplish.
Exactly.
Right? So even if you look at it on that baseline level, this is an atrocity if this is really what this brother did, yo. This is amazing. It's like, how much did you really get off that card? And Bimmy getting his money back. You know who Bimmy is in the streets?
He one of them niggas.
He part of Supreme Team.
This one.
See what I'm saying?
I already know.
So he made public that you did something in his house. You violated his personal space. This is not a common area. We were not at a lobby.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Niggas on your ass.
You can't even go to jail now.
Like,
if they lock you up for this, you still in trouble. There.
I had to track down a crackhead / addict that was around my age because this motherfucker walked in my garage before. I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? Had the door cracked. But the way it was looking, it was dark in there. You couldn't see that nobody was right there. TV on, all that. This nigga stumbled in my garage. I turn around like, what the fuck? He like, no, I thought I push him out the joint. You know what I'm saying?
Be careful.
But as soon as I push him out the crib, immediately I remember my neighbors got a back camera. So I can't even really tweak on him. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said be careful.
I walked away from the nigga, locked the door, went back in the house. I sat on that shit for like an hour. I said, man, I got to go fuck this nigga up. I chased this nigga around the hood for like 3 days. One day I caught him sitting on somebody's steps. Socked the shit out the nigga, made him hit his head all on the ground and all that.
I had a smoker mechanic boy that burnt me on a tune-up and then called the cops on me multiple days because he was trying to get me out of there because he knew I was on his head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
said that to say, like, you know, nigga walk in your castle, like, the fuck? Or
Nah,
you
but-
violate me?
And I
I
said
gotta
that to
do
say
something to you.
I found a way to handle my situation also.
No, for sure. Damn sure.
But I've been there before is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It get bad because you be like, this nigga ain't worth it. But now you playing with my sanctity. Like, bro, I was getting patted down every day first thing in the morning because of you. Guess what's about to happen to you? You about to never want to do that again. And we going to figure out what that means.
Yeah, exactly.
In the funny
He gonna
paper.
find out.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he
But-
gonna find out.
It's levels to that shit, man. I paid for a service. You played me and then tried to get me out of here. You tried to send me away long enough to forget about it.
Right.
What the fuck?
The last thing a man should do is let somebody take something from him.
But you
Like
know
Like
what?
you said, especially coming up in his crib.
Yeah, like,
No, that's the thing. It's the crib violation.
but I ain't saying he gotta die and all of that, but
No, because losses, I'm not. When you have a lot to lose, certain losses are acceptable losses, and they come with the game. You can't get legit and think that losses don't come with business like they come in the streets.
Right.
Like
You
that's where
gotta
niggas
know
get
it,
it fucked
right.
up at.
You gotta
Niggas want to
understand.
go street because they took a loss that they would have ate on the streets. And sometimes the bounce back is more difficult than it would have been in the streets. But the game is the game, same as you gotta respect it in the streets. Business is business. Motherfuckers that got over you on you in a contract, they just did better business than you.
But I'm
So-
telling how Bimmy feel, he don't care about the money probably because
I
it's
was-
insured.
He
I
put a
was about to
target on
say,
his nigga.
It's,
Yeah.
And I don't want to say that, but he might not have meant, but he put a target on his nigga.
But even going further than that, like, he's looking at this like, I canceled my cards. I did what I had to do. Like, this is smokers things. Like, This isn't some like
The card people showed in
I'm
the
getting
video.
over on somebody type of thing. Like this is some smoker action.
Yeah,
So
it is.
Right.
if this happens to me and this is somebody that I used to call a friend, I'm looking at you like
Bro, I had you at
I'm so sad about where you are that I don't even have time to like send anybody after you or go pick a fight with you because I'm like you ain't even you're
you
at
gotta
rock
be
bottom.
losing it, right?
I'm gonna have to chase you for 3 days.
Right.
Man, I don't know about y'all. I'm sending them niggas. Fuck you talking about.
No, but he don't have to. See, that's the thing. Like he could put it out there to the public as if he's just expressing something that happened to him, but he knows the power of his voice.
This is what I'm saying.
When you know your power, you don't have to do,
Right, exactly.
You don't have to stoop.
No, right. But that's what he did, though.
Yeah,
He definitely took the leashes off the wolves, though.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever happens, happens.
But
you know what I'm saying?
it's just amazing because, like she said, it's smoker shit, bro.
It is, but it depends on how he treated that man. Like,
But
my whole thing be, if I treat you like family, because that's how I treat motherfuckers that I fuck with, and then you do some shit like that, whatever happened to you.
But that's why
So
I said the story the way I did when I said you heard Bimmy's voice in the other room with plenty of women that's probably family and friends, and they was having a good time. It was a vibe.
Yeah, like he
his
wasn't
person.
tripping.
Like I don't like it wasn't like oh it's a party and niggas just dip off.
You could
Like
tell
no,
it was like one of those,
it was 10, 20 of
Right.
us in a big space, probably a kitchen with an island big enough for all of us to lean on while we talking.
Right.
You know what I
Nobody
mean?
worried
Like,
about nobody
and you
stealing.
dipped off to go to the bathroom.
right.
And you
And
wanna go
you the
steal.
weirdo I let in my house.
Right.
Out of all the people I had in my house over the years, we've never seen Bimmy do nothing like this before. And I've seen Bimmy talk on My Expert Opinion in another platform. Maybe twice I've seen Bimmy have like long conversations, right? And he don't mince words. He don't play. He don't like. He's not worried about looking good. So when he does something like this, one, he's hurt. Two, he knows the power of his voice. That's all I can take away from it. Because he's stand up. He's solid. Preem's still locked up. And Preem's son said in an interview I watched today with Rory and Maul, he said they scared to death. They'll let a nigga that had 40 bodies out before my dad because they think he the one to tell him to go get it.
True.
So we talking about different type of individuals, man.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all I'm saying.
You guys ready to move
You
on?
talked about what's in it? You know they making a movie about Priest.
Priest. Oh, Preacher.
Preacher. They making a
Yeah.
movie about Preacher.
That's crazy.
You was talking about all the way to Marcy.
Bull killed all these motherfuckers, and then he told on his family members. Bull crazy. They said that nigga had fucking Bobby Brown how hostage for like $400,000. Whitney paid that shit. He was one of them boys. He was behind the shit with Paid in Full and all of that.
It came
The
up,
young boy.
yeah, with the young boy. Well, you know, I know people that was there,
Yeah.
but it came up because he had a line in this battle against a nigga from Marcy, and he was like, "You think people gonna know the history?" And I'm like, "I know about it," but he was like, "No, you think like, cause if it's gonna be one of them Jones they'll catch later, I'll just take it out."
I wasn't gonna take it out.
You were
but
saying
I was
something
just
about
worried.
it because you wasn't confident in it.
Yeah, I didn't think that they was gonna catch it, but I knew what I was talking about.
Yeah,
It'd be like that. Like
but
you said,
the
this
old
is the
heads
Google
caught
age.
it when he said it.
Yeah.
All the older niggas caught it,
Of course so.
but it was some young wild niggas out there.
Yeah.
You could tell they ain't know what it was.
And we was in Brooklyn, and I was talking about a Harlem nigga too.
But it's
But
also
it's still New York
there's
City.
also Bloods out there and shit
Right.
like that. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our next topic.
Oh, fuck me. My little story.
What you talking about?
Who the fuck am I? Just the host.
So, A Boogie in the Hoodie becomes the youngest
KK.
artist from New York City to go diamond off of his song Drowning featuring Kodak Black.
And ain't NBA Youngboy on that joint, or is just Kodak?
Not
No,
the
just
original
Kodak.
version.
Oh
it's
yeah,
Kodak.
no, that's just Kodak. Yeah, that was a joint. That was a crazy song. That's fire.
I think A Boogie is a generational artist that a lot of people don't. That you're gonna realize it later. Like we looked at what's my man from Jersey?
Baby, won't you come my
Fetty
way?
Wap.
Fetty Wap. We watched Fetty Wap have a hell of a run in a short amount of time and then wind up in his predicament because he wasn't able to stretch it out, right? We're watching A Boogie do some shit as a similar artist, right? Similar background, similar music style and all of that. really be somebody that can produce, and still has 1, 2, 3, 4 of them joints. And this is the top one.
You just dropped the album.
But he's consistent. And he's hybrid to death, and he's, you know what I mean? He's all of that. He ain't never like, he ain't Drake or none of them. I couldn't think of another example. I hate to overuse Drake name, my bad. But like, he didn't like do anything outside of what you already expected him to do. He's just grown as an artist and been consistent.
I mean, he's fire with the melodies, melodic, like, and he does great collabs.
And he catches good pockets too. Like, it's a way to bounce on shit, and it's a way to flow through shit, and he's proven to be able to do both. Like,
and
even on features.
He don't lean on features and shit. I was just about to say that.
See what I'm saying?
You know, he like do everything himself, his team. You know, Don Q gonna be on some shit. You know what I'm saying?
And you gonna see him next to him. Yeah. It ain't no fake. It ain't for the people.
Yeah.
Even when Gillian went around his way, did y'all see that episode?
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah,
I see that.
And they had them things outside, but they was in the crib with 50 niggas in the project, in the basement. Like 50 niggas in that junk. Yeah. And then they went outside, and there was some toys, and everybody was having it.
Shit outside,
and motherfuckers was getting love, and people was running up and getting hugs, and it wasn't. They walked to the corner store, and it was cool. Like, he's a vibe, and seems like one of the young artists that have been able to be comfortable in his position, as far as like, I still want to be able to do certain things, but I still can be a rock star, or I still don't have to be on Front Street all the time. Right. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's weird, especially with New York artists. Yeah. We've never seen it carried the way he carries it, but he's still mobbing.
He knows how to.
He's still
be
mobbing.
Commercial.
It's a great balance.
And still
give me like
a
little young Ho vibe.
Yeah, it's like some Nori shit,
like the new
for
era,
a new generation.
Yeah,
it's like how Nori went everywhere with 50 niggas, but he was like the underdog. Like, niggas wasn't saying he was the best, but every time it was time, he dropped one of them. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's going global. Fuck the fact that New York radio been playing you every hour or an hour. This is going out there,
right?
And he's one of them, for this generation. Not the same as far as talent, but the same as far as effect. Right. Appeal. Yeah. I'm still showing up with 50 niggas, though. Right. I love to see it, man. Get money, young nigga. What they say, get paid, young nigga, get paid.
Yeah, I got his new album on my playlist. That shit fire.
No, Boogie get busy, man. And I like his personality. I think he's still humble. Yeah. I think he's still very appreciative of all of this shit.
He's real humble.
He don't come across as somebody that wants to be the bad guy. He comes across as somebody that wants you to feel like you could do it too, and I love that about him. Because he's still not as young as we speaking to. He been out here for a little bit, but that young man is a dope. He gives me Big Sean New York energy.
Yeah, he's still.
You know what I mean? Like, you awesome. But you ahead of it a little bit. Like, you get it in a way where you in the trenches, but these niggas gotta get on board. Right. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I like it a lot, yo. I like it a lot.
Shout out to A Boogie, man.
My bad, K. I know you don't like my rants. But I salute youngin, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I let you have them sometimes.
And I ain't gonna lie, rest in peace, PNB Rock. We had one, bro.
Yeah, he was the same thing.
We had one, bro. Rest in peace, and shout out PNB Chuz, man. And all the PNB family. Shit. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we had ours.
Man, we had one, bro. We definitely had one, man.
All right, so Flaujae, the basketball player and rapper, has dropped a track with Lil Wayne.
I'll pull it up.
They're on fire.
We can't play it on the stream, obviously, but if you have not heard it, it is awesome.
And she performed at the Espys.
There you go. So what do you think of the song?
See, I'm an independent superhero type of nigga. Like, I love to see people organically get what they supposed to get. I'm watching Del P have moments, and he just released a song recently with an icon and a legend. I don't want to make it about him. We'll get into that in a minute. Please look up his last 3 songs he released as with featured artists on it. He's been on the road, right? So I'm looking at this young lady that's a hell of an athlete, a great personality. I know the dedication, I know the stress that she's going through on a minimum level. She knows it in full, right?
Right.
and then I'm watching her be super professional on the other side. She's not just relying on her notoriety and whatever she gets from the accumulation of it. She's doing dope shit. She's dropping freestyles.
Right.
She Final Four freestyles. She, you know what I mean?
Correlating and shit.
Yeah, and then you see her get an opportunity like this, and this is like, black woman.
Yeah.
Show them that you are not a monolith. Show them the shit that the men have been trying to show them all this time.
Right.
Let's not neglect the fact that outside of Shaq, damn near every other male basketball player has not been able to do the 50-50 thing. And I know it might work out to 70-30 as far as her commitment to basketball.
Right.
But like, do you see they off seasons and they downtime? She's gonna be touring and doing shit we've never seen an athlete do.
Yeah, facts.
And this Wayne song is out of there. So it's gonna happen quicker than you think. We're looking at her whole career and saying, when is she gonna realize she might have to lean off of that to commit to basketball? What happens if she has to lean off of basketball to commit to the bag that's in front of her musically that's bigger than the basketball bag? If it doesn't affect the NIL deal that she has previously set, which she could run out in the next 2 years.
Yeah, that's possible.
I don't think people realize what kind of phenomenon this young lady is. So y'all react to what I just said. But I just wanted to put it all out there as far as I know. Am I tripping, Wade?
No, you're not tripping.
This is different.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it, but I do know the little backstories. Wayne is definitely a fan of the team, and he said that he wanted to do a freestyle. He said that himself, that he wanted to do a freestyle.
We was waiting on this if you was in the know.
And he fell through on his end.
Yeah.
And I
Been
listened
doing a lot of that lately.
and I
Shout out
listened to
Wayne.
one of her hustle stories,
Wayne.
how she was like, she performed somewhere and had to be at practice the next day.
Yeah.
They drove for 7 to 9 hours. She just got there to practice.
Because
Made
she
it on
had to
time.
prove to them that she was as committed to music as she was to
And
basketball.
like you said, when she was giving this talk,
and she proved something to herself
she
when
was
she did
real
it.
professional.
Yep.
Real professional. She didn't show no stress. She showed like, I got it under control. So it is definitely a big ups to her. Because it's a big doorway open.
I think this
And
is
just go back
just
to-
like when Shaq was doing movies.
Just go back to, like I said, the WNBA is opening doors. They're opening doors.
And just shout out to her as a person to believe in herself the way that she does and to be the personality that attracts this kind of attention.
Yeah.
She said that she wanted to rap because her dad rapped. But she said it got to a point where like, oh no, I'm nice.
Yeah.
There's a
basketball.
difference. No, in rapping.
Oh yeah, rapping.
And rapping.
Yeah.
And then she said like, no, but this basketball shit, like, yeah, but like the rapping thing was her thing. She just was good at basketball.
Yeah.
So then she had to make a mind shift to commit to basketball. She explained the whole thing, bro.
And you can tell the difference, though.
Bro, it's
You tell.
crazy.
That's,
Remember, she got in trouble when she first got out there with doing it.
Wow.
They benched her. They benched her for a game
they
or two.
benched it. Yeah, I remember.
And then she had a show after that she talked about. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
That's crazy. That's fire though.
Big
That's
ups.
definitely.
I'm
something.
excited for the little sister,
Yeah,
man.
me
Yeah,
too.
big ups to her.
Yeah, little sis is that's innovative for the culture. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, athletes play to get hurt, man. It's something that time to. At least you could write if you can't move around. At least you can go in the studio if you can't go work out. At least you could. Like, she might have a better
but to
mental
have
health.
the same audiences.
She might have a better mental health balance than anybody else, bro.
Yeah, facts.
Because there's a bag in the shit that's fun
Mm-hmm.
on both sides.
On both sides.
That's amazing, yo.
Yeah. All she gotta do is stay away from the, Hollywood
Whatever.
shit.
Yeah, well, what she has to do is just be careful when she speaks. But I think that similar to when we saw young LeBron, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, her, they are very well spoken in public, bro. They represent themselves very well. Even if it's just like she was at the Espys with that shit on. Oh, she shut the Espys down. That little gown she had on, she did the thing. But no, I'm just being respectful.
No, I'm
like,
saying, I ain't
She
like,
did the thing.
but they're like it's like the conversation we had before where Angel Reese being on a red carpet and on a basketball court makes certain young women look at the sport differently and feel like they could be a
right.
part of it.
Right,
Without
for
having
sure.
to be, right.
Like it's not just a manly thing to play basketball.
Right.
sure.
Because I don't want to get into statistics, but y'all.
No, I had an ex that was nice. I remember one time we was playing 1-on-1, and like I was beating her, but she had took a shot and got this rebound, and caught me with this in and out like on a on an old school Dr. J joint, like but she caught me. I was like, damn, like okay.
I used to.
You know what I'm saying?
I used to date
Shit was funny as
this
shit.
girl who played center, and we was in high school, and she was already 6'4".
Nah, see,
You
She
had
was
a
the
ball.
point-
You like
Yeah, my
climb
ex was
trees.
short.
She was the leading
He's a
point.
young man that like to climb trees.
She was the leading point scorer in the tri-state area.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's
I remember.
crazy.
No, but the crazy shit is like, you made me forget my point. No,
Make you do shit.
Ready for the next topic?
let's get to the next topic then.
right.
No, you should have gave me another second. That's crazy.
So I want to take a break from.
No, hold on. I know what it was. I dated a woman that said her daughter was good in basketball, but she wasn't gonna let her play because she didn't want her to be no dyke.
Yeah, I heard
right.
that. Yeah.
That's
You
fucked
see what
up.
I'm saying?
I
And
heard
I remember
stories,
those
too.
times.
Yep.
So that's why I'm excited about these times.
Yeah,
That's all I
I
wanted to say.
heard those.
All right. So, if you haven't heard, Mayor Parker has an initiative to try to get all of the city workers back into the office for the first time since the pandemic in 2020. During the pandemic, the city workforce was allowed to go into remote work, and since the pandemic has ceased, the workers are still in a hybrid schedule depending on what they've decided with their department heads. The judge. So recently, the city workers have gone to their union to try to block this mandate, and the judge has denied their injunction. So today was the first day back for all of the city workers into the office for 40 hours a week. What do you guys think?
Take your lazy asses back to work.
I got a question though, right? Because we have certain statistics, even as far as back as jobs that let you use social media to a certain extent while you're at your desk, right? Being more productive, or certain jobs that have nap pods, or things like that, or better auxiliary common spaces that you can use to relax, right?
Right.
Have been more productive, right? There have been numbers that there are some businesses that have cut down on overhead as far as brick and mortar and whatever they had to provide for in the office space, and are still getting more productivity out of their workforce. So to make something absolute seems a little extreme, unless you're trying to do what somebody pointed out to me, which is there's a lot of downtown, shout out to Ant, a lot of downtown real estate, a lot of downtown businesses that aren't getting those coffee bucks every day and sandwich bucks every day and all of that. But like, do we see a space where companies fight back against it, or downsize because of it?
I look at stuff like
If they were in the green,
I look at it like things like they all play hand to hand down there in that area.
talk to me.
With certain restrictions and certain building codes, they all, like I said, the big ones. That's one, like you say, one hand scratches the other, and that's what I honestly feel like.
It's the only way
There's
to
a
make
lot
it
of money
work.
lost.
Right.
And then, like you said, even with the real estate business going up to Philadelphia, we leave this building empty too long. We know somebody after it.
Because there's floors where there's a quarter of the people working on the floor, and the other
It's empty.
3/4 is at home
It's
working
empty.
remotely, supposedly.
So, there's a lot of real estate going on, so they don't want the buildings going up because the buildings become useless.
That's
Right.
crazy. That's crazy, yo.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even know what just happened. That's crazy, yo. Watch yourself. It's a live set.
Alright, bro, I'm sorry.
Nigga tried to take us out of here. But go ahead, Wade.
But no, yeah, so I feel like them going back to work gonna play more part of bills, utility, money, garage, parking, SEPTA. All
And
that
parking
big
is a
part.
big thing, too.
SEPTA.
Don't-
SEPTA also with the city.
But parking down there, people don't realize when you work downtown, you get a monthly joint with the garage that's it's like a year lease on a parking
Yep.
spot in a tight garage.
Yep.
Like it's crazy. So it's like this, like people been cutting a lot of corners that affect business down there, and I understand that. I definitely understand.
And the
that.
city is always
Like I said, the sandwich spot is losing. The
and the
motherfucker.
city is always proactive on more
We're
gaining more money on their budget. And mind you,
we got
don't
300 plus restaurants down there.
Yeah,
and
don't forget
niggas
the
ain't
budget.
going to lunch meetings,
and don't forget the budgets
doing Zoom meetings.
they just got the approval for. And
True.
so all that play part of it too.
True.
We need y'all back.
True. True.
Got some money to spend.
But the crazy thing is, Sherelle got something for all of us. She fucking with the school district. She fucking with parked cars.
Listen,
She got something for all of us.
She shaking it.
Windows.
Shaking it.
And the crazy thing about it is, I'm for betterment of my city, but I'm very wary on people that may be putting things in legislations that they think will improve, but also adds to profiling. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways. And I'm scared of people that do sweeping things immediately in one foul swoop. It really bothers me because I saw that episode of The Wire.
Oh, we already seen it in some movies.
Remember that episode of The Wire? You know what I'm talking about?
No, tell me.
He said it's a leaky fire hydrant in Baltimore. They said where? He said find it.
Right. Just tell
He
me real
said
familiar.
there's a rusty swing at the playground. Where? Find it.
I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
But after the initial initiative, politics came into play, and everything that was promised wasn't able to be done. He showed a show of force, but he wasn't able to get everybody on board with what the follow-up was. And then shortly thereafter, he decided he had his sights set on a bigger seat. That's what happened that season of The Wire.
So all in all,
Am I tripping, Kay?
No.
That's exactly what happened that season.
Yeah.
See what I'm
what's
saying?
So basically, what's the big picture she chasing then?
A bigger seat.
Mm-hmm.
A bigger seat.
Mm-hmm. I see that.
She wants instant number drops that might not hold up long term because a lot of these things might not be realistic to hold up long term,
Yeah,
like
that's
Operation Safe Streets.
Just
Remember
wanna be able
Operation
to say
Safe
that you
Streets?
did some
Remember when they
shit.
had a cop on every corner?
Mhm.
How long was they supposed to pay overtime?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
To everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some things are not about what's sustainable. It's about what gets me to the next seat.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is Game of Thrones.
Yo, I'm just watching an episode. Of
And don't give me
Daredevil.
tickets for having tinted windows on my truck because you want to play Game of
'Cause you wanna
Thrones.
play Game of Thrones.
True.
Yeah.
I ain't tripping about the rest of that shit. And don't pull me over and make it an excuse to be looking at my shit.
And she's very tactical because the states just passed that one bill where now you're getting a felony for being at them slideshows
Yeah.
just for getting caught.
Now, there's
And
another.
the slideshow.
So yeah, with the cars when
Cars.
they do all the donuts
Some
and the
burnouts.
burnouts. So now it's
Autumn
automatically felonies, and then she came right behind
For being there.
Then
sideshow.
Then she chased it with the.
Mind you could be stuck in traffic and just get out your car.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Then she chased it with the illegal license plate flippers.
Yep.
Yeah.
She chased it right behind with that. So she's very tactical.
But the thing is, this all presents a big thing that offsets the fact that they've been reporting that everybody on her staff makes more than everybody else before them. She has the highest paid staff ever.
Okay.
So she has to offset that.
Right.
And she has to draw attention away from that. Even the things she's doing in Kensington and the way they're going about it, some of it makes sense, some of it is illy planned. Because when you clear off everything under the L, you just push these people 3 blocks over to your voters.
Yep.
So
They were in a business district, now they're on my step.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I want to stay in city politics for a second.
But I'm not tripping, right?
No,
No, you're not.
just like that.
I be seeing it.
And the real estate, please don't forget that part. Keep
Mind
that.
you- Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not bugging at all.
So one of the other things that happened last week in Philadelphia politics.
Y'all see Kay got a lot of energy tonight? Y'all notice that? Kay is not tired yet. She usually be like,
All
alright.
right.
I am actually tired. Johnny Doc was sentenced to 6 years for bribery, financial fraud, and a slew of other things.
A slew.
Most notably, stealing $600,000 from the union that he ran for nearly 3 decades and bribing a city council member who has also already been sentenced. So, did you guys know about this case in general?
I was about to say, is this personal? Because who the hell is Johnny
I
Doc?
get ready to ask you the
Goddamn.
same question because it might give some highlight.
So he's the biggest
Excuse my
union.
ignorance.
He's the biggest union head in Philly for a very long time. So when we talk about Philadelphia politics, if you get the Johnny Doc endorsement, that means a load of funding and additional support.
Where does this support come from? Good old boys?
Well, and that's part of it too.
Okay.
Is
Or is it city money?
Johnny Doc has a reputation for basically getting what he wants through promises that have a lot of financial gain for other people. So he's part of the big corruption problem with Philadelphia politics. That's why he's a very important character.
So he got sentenced.
He got sentenced to 6 years.
Somebody got him. Who told on him?
You know what's crazy?
There was a bug that happened.
Remember when the mayor of DC was like, that bitch snitched on me?
Who told on him?
No,
That's how that
he
goes.
was under federal investigation for years before the case got to the point where he ended up getting sentenced along with Bobby Heenan.
No, he had like some Merlino shit. I think I do remember this.
Yeah, no,
Remember how Joey
he's
shit
basically like
dragged
a
out?
big mob boss in
Yeah.
Philly.
Remember how Joey shit dragged out? Yeah, some Joey shit. I remember this. I do remember this. Now that you said that, I do remember this. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, God bless him. Good luck. Let's go to the next topic, yo.
All right.
I know that was something that is big in your world, but guess what? My niggas go to jail every day, B.
That nigga only got 6 years. Fuck out of
They
here.
got 6 years.
That
for
was
some
kind of my
stupid
point.
ass
Is
shit.
he only
Big
got
shit.
6 years?
My
He
niggas
only
go to
gonna
jail
do two.
every
For some
day,
big shit.
G.
2.
Bro.
And money on
man.
his books.
And he making fucking pastrami
Oh, shit,
sandwiches
yeah,
and
like,
motherfucking
man,
lasagna every Tuesday.
Niggas,
My nigga
That's
go
a
to jail
vacation.
every day, B.
Good.
yeah, he
Pull
good.
your skirt down, eh?
Right?
He gonna do 6 months, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
Also
The worst
works.
part be waiting on a nigga to get sentenced.
Mhm.
He got his time. The worst part be like, damn, how long? Man,
How long they gonna do this shit?
because
Draw it
you know that final day is crazy. They in there making your mom think she raised a demon and you made a mistake.
No, real rap.
That shit crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know
But you
they
know
don't
that's
they
white-
don't usually go through that.
White collar crime.
They don't usually go through that. They don't get none of that. My man has some shit. She made it sound like a horror flick. I'm like, I don't even think he did it. He didn't even convince me he did it yet.
Now we gotta talk about this and that. Literally.
So Philly was also in the news this week
Nut ass niggas always want to talk about nut ass shit. Oh, my bad.
Philly was also in the news this week for something else that was quite ridiculous. There was an incident in a Dollar Tree where
Some
this
nut
guy,
shit.
who you see
Nut
on the
shit.
screen right now,
laughing at
ejaculated
this,
onto a woman who was just minding her business shopping in the store. The woman, of course, became very irate and alerted the store personnel, who then chased after this individual. He was eventually caught, but not until a day later
Turned himself in.
after Meek and plenty of other people called for his arrest online. So what were your thoughts about this whole situation?
He had better turn himself in. As if she got the right type of folks, it's up. If that's my folks, I'm telling you, please turn yourself in.
Let me add something to this because you just reminded me of something. When they put it on the local Instagram sites, people identify him right away.
Yeah, I
They
heard.
said that he had previous charges similar to this. They said his name, they said his neighborhood, and all of that.
That's crazy.
And then when Meek told
Put
the
the tag.
world, and I want Meek to be careful,
And Meek put the tag.
right.
Meek be very, and I appreciate the energy, but wording is something that you have not figured out yet, and it needs to be succinct when you're in your position. It's no shot at Meek, but be careful because we don't want you to get caught up in nothing, because a lot of the times,
Contradictions.
like, we're in a generation right now where I'm watching people say that Thug needs to tell us that Gunna's a snitch, which means that you don't know anything. If you are
Right.
on trial and you tell the world, especially at Thug's level, that somebody else is a federal informant,
You can,
they are going to roof you.
because you basically
Yeah.
You are not allowed to put a target on a federal informant's back. So when people get in these situations, y'all don't know what's going on. Y'all just talking.
Talking.
So I want you to be careful about what you say, because a lot of these things, similar to what happened to Dark Low, his case, niggas would have said, well, he was trying to fight for the right side. Yeah, but that's admissible in court. You're telling somebody that's already telling what you going to do to them.
Right.
You think they're gonna stop telling? It's not how it works.
They just be talking.
It's like, yo, you said you was gonna protect me. He just told me this.
And then it's like, how are you? You the same person that called out 6ix9ine for being a rat though, and then
We're not
you,
getting into politics.
you put this shit on the gram like that's not a crime. Like, not saying that it's cool to be doing the shit that boy doing, but you gotta pick a side.
But
Like,
boy was on some nut shit going in that
for
store.
sure, he was on some nut shit.
And then
if I seen him, I would have swung on him or
the
something.
crazier part
saying.
is he went in the store with a T-shirt that said, "It ain't gonna lick itself."
Yeah, he did.
And what's
He
crazy?
was on bullshit.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazier than that
That's
to me.
sad.
What?
What's crazier than that to me? Because we had a few days before we had to report on this, but initially the day of and the day after, too many, and I want to say men, yo, was saying that don't even seem possible. How he do that? One thing for sure, two things for certain. As much as we talk about trying to protect our family, our daughters, our wives, and all of that, this is a common thing. They are doing this in grocery stores. They are doing it. This is recently, I've seen multiple incidents of this happening. And two, when you're laughing at her reaction, realize that this is still a woman that if she wants proper justice, she has to maintain the sanctity of whatever that specimen is on her leg so that they could possibly identify this person if she wants to get real justice.
Yeah.
Two, she doesn't know what this motherfucker has.
Right. Facts.
So we want to be very careful when we act like this is something that's just like,
No, this shit ain't funny for me.
because you start putting into the air
Bodily
when you
fluids
say
is a crime.
I don't see how that's possible, then you're belittling her situation and you're also showing your ignorance to what's going on in society nowadays. These people are sick that do these things.
Yeah.
So
Right
even though
amongst us.
you might say I need more stimulation, you don't know how long it's been or what this person takes to get where they gotta go.
Yeah, that shit.
So don't look at these people like what you would do, and that's the problem with people.
No, you
It's a
gotta
problem
put
with
that
men
shit
and
in a
women.
situation like, what if it was your folks?
What
You know what I'm
would-
saying?
How would you feel?
How would you feel?
When you gotta sit
Or if
in
it
the-
was you.
You gotta sit in emergency all night with that young lady until she gets her results back.
Yeah, like, that shit ain't no joke.
How about that?
That's what I'm saying. If you one of them people out there, you happen to stumble upon my folks with this type of shit, please just turn yourself in. Because I'm going to find you. I'm on some Liam Neeson shit.
I ain't gonna lie though.
Crazy.
The way it was and the way it
Right.
happened so fast, that's one of them joints where like he don't strike me as somebody that got get low money, and your mom is like, nigga, you did what? Like the whole neighborhood knew. You know what I mean? It's like the guy that did something to that little girl, but
And-
everybody know. Like,
then
bro, you
what
can't
happens
just go
to
home.
him in jail?
But the crazy part
Exactly
is
what he's supposed to get.
these sex offenders walk amongst people every day.
They blend in just like killers blend in.
Well, people said that they hope that he get the treatment she do, and I could damn near guarantee he do. They said you heard what they did to the boy
I ain't gonna
with
lie
the
to
triple
you.
X shit.
I don't know where he's going. You don't know where he's going, but
You heard what I
since
said?
you said the triple X shit, I heard about that.
Whatever.
But that's some Florida shit. I'm gonna speak on Pennsylvania prison system. He's from Philly, so he's gonna go upstate, right? So, from my
Understand.
understanding my experience and being in state prison in Pennsylvania, most of the people that's locked up for doing freaky shit to kids and girls and little boys, all that
And
shit.
PC.
No, it's not PC, but they're on their own
Tier.
block. So they eat with each other. They on their own block. They play cards with each other. They go to specific yards with each other and shit like that. They don't just let them niggas be around the bulls that's selling drugs and shooting people and whatever, domestic violence, whatever the fucking case is. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't think that always, especially in a city like ours, I don't think that necessarily makes them safe.
No, it don't make them safe.
Because the city too small.
Right, but in the same
It'd be
time,
a rat in there with him that to take care of him for what he did.
I don't know. I'm telling you, that shit really be like
No,
that.
I
I'm
get
talking
what
about
you're
like
saying, though.
it's a
They
whole
do it like that.
even at child, like they don't come when they let them out. They make sure they on their way out when the other guys is coming through.
The
like,
crazy thing
that's
about
how
it,
that shit go. I'm telling you.
and the crazier thing about it, if say, I guess best case scenario, he doesn't have anything, like he didn't do anything to that lady long term, right? Best case scenario, he doesn't get but so much time.
Yeah,
He ain't gonna give us so much time for
you
that.
know.
And I know this says he's a repeat offender, but even at that point, I don't know how much time he.
They gonna tell if he don't got no type of disease, then he probably not gonna hold no weight. That's the sad part about
That's
it.
crazy.
That's crazy.
But that's some shit that I
No,
smoke.
that's the reality of it.
I smoke like what?
No, that's
You
the
going-
thing.
Like over that, like what?
While I'm in the emergency room, you better be in somebody's sewer.
You better be where you at.
you better be a Ninja Turtle.
Or you better be where you
You better
at.
take the sewers to the police station. I'm telling you,
Be fucking in Mexico somewhere.
bruh. And that's why I say he don't strike me as somebody that got get low money. He had on a fucking candy cane t-shirt.
He did.
All right, let's move on.
I don't even want to say the shit that I'm thinking about right now. Like,
Don't do it then. Please don't.
Let's
We
move on
can't
to the
edit live stream.
YSL judge being recused from
About time,
the
yo.
case.
This shit been 3 weeks too long, yo.
A year too long.
No, I'm not talking about the case. I'm talking about the issue that was recusable a long time ago. And I know there's a process. Am I introducing this to you?
You are.
So there was a situation where YSL Woody, in a YSL Young Thug case, took the stand and started pleading the fifth and telling wild stories. We all remember that day. After that day, there was a meeting allegedly, and which is really being proven to be true, but I don't know how much is like I could say about that as far as whether it's a fact or not. But what they're saying is there was a meeting with YSL Woody, his attorneys, the judge, and none of the attorneys from Young Thug's side, where certain threats, promises, or so forth may have been made to make YSL Woody appear on a stand the next day,
Until
opposite of what he appeared the day before. And legally, that's illegal. So there was a time where Young Thug's attorney presented that he had word of a meeting that he was not privy to and that was illegal. At said time, the judge threatened him with contempt and said he was going to lock him up.
if he ain't tell him who told
If he
him.
didn't tell him who told him about the meeting. So he tried to shake down the attorney about like, no, tell me who your snitch is before you be honest about what's in your calendar. Right? So after that, Thug's attorney, which we all thought was G, said, well, lock me up with my client so we can work on my case. I'm not even bugging because right is right and wrong is wrong. At least don't take me in a position where I can't communicate with my client. Let me do my time with him.
That's crazy.
That was G. So then other developments came about, and then court went into recess with the understanding that they were going to figure out if the judge should recluse himself, which is his words, or if there was going to be actions taken further to do it without his voluntary reclusal. So we're at a point now where today, a couple hours before we went live, it went public that he has been now recused from the case. The thing about that is, this is Georgia. This man violated, but him being off the case, I don't know who the new judge is.
Right.
They already showed the.
No, I don't know who the.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about a name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about a history.
Yeah. She knows.
But one thing about this trial that has been bothering me this entire time, and shout out to Peter Rosenberg. Fuck you, yo. Because they were talking about
shout out and fuck you.
Because they was talking. He's done a lot, but he does some weird shit. They was on Hot 97, and they was talking about this on their current events segment, and he was saying he cut off Laura Styles to say, I don't know, is it just me, but why do we even care about Young Thug? He's not a legend. Like, why are we spending time on this? He did that in the middle of her talking about this specific point that was a point before they had a decision on the situation. She was presenting it on a big radio platform. And he did what he usually does, and he made it about him, and he was able to do it because it was one of those days when Ebro was not on the fucking pot, on the radio with them. Because Ebro would have redirected him.
Right.
And we know that.
Right.
But he said, why do we care? And it's like, if you want to be a part of hip-hop, bro, Realize that
us.
black men have been done unjustly, and regardless if you care what that man did or not, he's been under RICO and on TV and YouTube for damn near a year or two, and everything about the case is fucked up. So at what point does a man with money, proper representation, and all the flaws in the case get to fucking go home and fight his case from the outside at least? We give a fuck. And on top of that, you talking about who's not a legend. He has the biggest records of his generation. He's on the list. He's top 10. He done did it with everybody. So you saying because he's not 30 years in, you don't care? On a platform where they keep telling y'all it's old man Ebro and nobody cares Rosenberg?
Yeah.
You want to tell us why not to care about our own? And then to cut off Laura Stiles to do that? And if you know anything about the dynamic of that show, you know about the professionalism about that woman and the care that she gives to what she speaks on that show, that's fucking crazy to do about a minority in front of a platform that big. It's fucking crazy. Why are we still talking about it? I really don't care. We're still talking about it because it's still going on, dum-dum. Y'all had to announce that homie just got exonerated from the shit from the Rust film, right? Ain't nobody give a fuck about that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
We was praying for a family and knew they wasn't going to get no justice because he rich. Whether it was his fault or not. Y'all didn't put nobody at fault on trial. So there's no justice for her people. So don't tell us what to care about and cut off a segment that the lovely Laura Stiles brings up because you a weirdo. An admitted weirdo. So don't tell us what you care about as if it fits the majority. It don't work that way, and I know it's more weirdos than not, but on hip-hop platforms, there's people that care about Young Thug.
Yeah, facts. Big time.
That was fucked up.
What the fuck is you talking about?
That was fucked up, yo. He literally said, I mean, he's not a legend. Like, why are we still talking about it? Because there's a new development on a black man that fed a whole neighborhood and helped other people feed neighborhoods. Do you like Lil Baby? He gave him money not to go outside.
I have some comments.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you weirdo?
Yeah.
How many niggas gave you 100,000 to just sit still for the day?
So, Trouble the Handsome Hustler said, Gas Gang,
shout out
What
to
Up
Trouble.
Chat, CCASH,
You already know.
100, Facts, Wild, and then TTV 5-star Feek said, Free Thug.
Yo,
Free
shout
Thug.
out to
This some
Trouble,
bullshit.
man. We got a record coming soon, too.
And even if the trial has to run its course, yo, let that man fight his case from the outside at this point. Because there's been too many things that are not balanced in this situation, and y'all haven't been able to fucking come to anything that makes sense thus far. Y'all are still getting the trial is getting fucked up because y'all witnesses ain't doing what y'all thought they was going to do. That's crazy.
Definitely.
And Woody is going viral. Woody gonna be 20 versus 1 or some shit. Like, nigga gonna be a constant stream.
He did it already.
Pulling off
He did the dating joint.
Yeah.
He gonna be on car joint soon,
I just seen
man.
pulling
Nigga a
off
star
money
now.
and shit.
He a star now.
He a star now.
Yep.
Y'all made him a star, and his homie
made him
still
a star.
sitting. The boy still sitting still that paid for everybody's family to motherfucking eat pasta. That's crazy, yo.
Well,
Why do we care? That was amazing to me.
Why is he in his position if he doing shit like that or he talking like that?
Yeah, man, do your fucking podcast.
well, since we were just talking about Young Thug, that brings us to our next topic that you can go ahead and introduce, Sam.
Wiz? Young Thug diss record. Oh, Youngest Thug diss record. Y'all heard his kids made a record that was throwing shots at Gunners and threatening Gunner?
Yeah. Is that real?
I think that kids reflect what's said in the household.
Oh, it's always.
And I think that if the dynamic is whatever baby said I'm riding with, and then the baby starts saying it, I think we know, similar to what I said earlier about how when you're in this situation, you can't just call a nigga a snitch. I think we see what side his team is leaning on. From the mouths of babes. What do you think?
Youngest Thug, kids, that shit, I don't know. That shit weird. Like,
He can't control them babies. It's like when Boosie was locked up and his daughter was out talking crazy. Like, the babies gonna do the babies, bro. And they got access to shit. And we watched the award show, BT Awards, and Eris and Lil, what's her name? Lil Yaya, Lil,
I don't know her name.
Lil Zay Zay. What's her
don't
name?
know.
No disrespect.
Van
Van. Lil Van. They tore it up. So these babies is looking at that like, we go to the studio in the basement, open the studio. And they gonna get off what they heard. You know how your kids go out public and start cussing you like, you ain't supposed to say. Like, no, they said the shit that y'all been feeling in the house. I think that's part of this, yo. I think that we know where Thug stands now. Because he's not allowed to say it.
Right.
I'm gonna keep reiterating that point. The more y'all say, well, we gotta wait till we see what he might not ever be able to put a fucking target on that man's back legally.
You may not ever be
Even
able
if
to
this
say
gets settled. That might be part of the whole thing. That's another charge, bro. It's a federal charge.
And then too,
And it's a big one.
and because
Especially if something happens to that person and you don't get to control the stand.
Exactly.
I ain't even got to send them at you. I say the wrong thing and you hit them. Now I'm liable. Remember when they said, when you was in school, they said, I know y'all got a problem. If anybody else hits him within the next couple of days, I know it's you.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, facts.
That's how the law works.
All right.
You can't say that shit. You can't speak freely about violence or things that can get somebody touched.
TTV 5-star Feek said he knew he was corrupt when he tried to lock up Thug Lawyer for not telling
Bro.
him on him cracking the fuck up.
Like, tell me
Yeah,
who
I
told
agree
on
with
me
your point.
or I'm going to lock you up.
Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Tell me I'm wrong, bro. And then furthermore,
Well, the little small detail I had about that was it was somebody on their team, the young lady that was the, I guess like one of the prosecutors, because Woody fired her and she quit at the same time. So it was like a lot of controversy around that. It's wild. That case is
the
messy.
crazy thing is, on top of that, Woody said that the transcripts that later got released from the meeting was redacted and without redactions. Like, they didn't put the black line over them. They just excluded them from the transcript.
Yep. It's a messy case.
It's crazy. But shout out to the youngins, man. Hopefully, they dad can come home and make a song like Eris and Van Van, and they ain't got to worry about being in grown man business.
Yep.
Right.
Shout out to what's Kid's son name? Ain't his son named Jawan or something like that, or J1?
J1.
Yeah, J1. No.
No, it's something.
It's
like
not
that.
J1.
What is it? It's something with a J.
Yeah, but anyway, he don't be misrepresenting his pop. He be spitting.
No,
He
he's
be
nice
coming off.
and he's intelligent.
And I just
And he know hip hop history.
and
Youngin know about the shit.
my nigga Easy just sent me something about that shit about him. That said they had a cipher coming up where he was going to be
J1.
I'm about to hold on.
Anyway, but no, Youngin nice. Let's get into this Wiz arrest while you doing research.
It's J1, yeah.
So, over the weekend, Wiz Khalifa was arrested in Romania over illegal drug possession drug possession charges.
Right.
He was smoking a joint on the stage during his performance,
Wow.
and then after the performance, he was then arrested.
Wow.
With 18 grams of marijuana.
Which was later let go and forgiven.
But it's a, what's the name charge? What they call that kind of charge?
No, his camps had claimed they let him go and forgave him.
No, he said he made a statement and he said that the show was great. He loves the people. He meant no disrespect, and they took him in and let him out pretty rapidly. But they said that the charge that he could have gotten, or I don't know if he has to go to court after this or not. They said it holds up to 10 years for 18 grams a week.
10 years for 18 grams of weed? Over where? In the UK?
In Romania.
Or Romania?
And then I later see him on the clip. He's smoking.
He won't need
He's
to
Snoop.
do that time.
And then I
Generation
later
Snoop.
see him smoking.
He gonna smoke everywhere,
Yep.
but what's her name?
That's nutty.
TTV said Jawan nice as fuck.
Yeah.
So that is his name.
Yeah, Jawan rap his ass off.
Shout out to the faction.
Jawan.
I think he's.
It's J1.
He said Jawan.
Yeah, it's not one though. Like
No,
the
it's
other
one.
battle rapper boy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's J1.
Yeah, I was trying to say.
Jawan, something like that.
He having a cipher at Barcelona I-95. That's what you call it. So.
And the crazy thing about it is, as talented as young boy is, he already working on
Some other shit.
wealth because his dad, and his grandfather got that coffee company that's doing what it do, man.
Facts.
So salute to them. Is 3 generations of black men that came together on something that is like his dad knows coffee. Like his dad,
Yeah, his grandfather.
he said his grandpa. He said, man, I put y'all through school off this coffee shit. It's time to get part of the market.
Right.
And that's major. And I don't think people realize how heavy that is, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see a lot of people that got coffee attachments or brands or whatever, they're not doing it at the level that OG is doing it. He's going to the source because he worked for the big boys and he knows the source.
Yeah, yep. He know
He
the
hollering
places
at
he
the
worked
plug.
for.
So it's a different
what's up,
level
though.
of if you
Yeah,
just
that's changing that
That's
money.
crazy,
Bringing
it's
it
like
in
weed
the
money.
right.
It's like weed money, bro.
Bringing in the
No,
right.
that's super lit for them to
That's
be
crazy.
even able to
Generations,
coexist
right.
in their generations.
And that's why I
then make
shouted
money
out.
together too, like for the next generation.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's why I saluted Youngin for being intelligent and also knowing his history. Like he said on My Expert Opinion, and they having them conversations, and he knows the history. He has perspective on it. It's like Corey Guns, like the Youngin that just like he gets it.
You understand it.
You know what I mean?
Thanks.
And he had a perspective to go into college with to be like, I'm gonna do something that I'm gonna still be a rapper, but I'm gonna make sure I come out with something that benefits the bigger picture.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's awareness and maturity.
Mm-hmm.
So salute to them, man.
Comment said J1.
All right, appreciate you. That's what I said.
You let that shit down.
No, that's what I was saying. Y'all was saying Jawan. I'm like, it's
No,
J1.
you said J1.
I said that one time. You corrected me and been running with it ever since.
All right, bro.
And then him and Corey just dropped, apparently.
Corey Guns.
It just says
Yeah,
Corey. I don't know.
Oh, that's fire. I gotta hear that.
That's what the comments say.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense if you know anything about them too. That's fire. All right, Hitman Holla versus A-Verb.
I keep saying, don't they be saying that A-Verb is part of the community?
That's not what's going on right now. The last couple of days.
No, I know, but didn't they say that though?
That's always been a narrative for
Yeah.
Verb.
I used an old picture to be
I ain't
ironic.
battling.
No, you can go ahead.
No, I'm saying I'm not battling.
Do you know what's going on?
Like
Have
what?
you
What they're
listened to the spaces?
oh no, I don't listen to Spaces at all.
So what's going on right now? Hitman Holla and A-Verb are two of the biggest battle rappers from St. Louis.
Right.
They are the headliners of the Midwest movement in a lot of ways. Marv One and certain other people involved, but they're two of them, and they're two people that the perception of St. Louis has been similar to the perception of Philly, where it feels like they're always deep and they're always together and they just ride for each other and they whatever, right? But what I'm seeing through this exchange is that it's what's happening in the recent Philly, where we have a problem with each other that has something to do with the industry, but we argue with each other in public. When we know where each other be at, we all got the same people. We could have did this offline. That's part of what's going on. Now, the reasoning behind it is Hitman got fed up over narratives and things that were affecting the Hitman versus Mook battle. And one thing that he figured out was Verb was somebody that put his thumb on the scale when it came to negotiating the Hitman versus Mook battle. And he said that ARP basically and Gerald have told him certain things that add up to the fact that there's been multiple times that Verb has said, that nigga ain't better than me, he ain't did no more than me, he can't make more than me on this card. So when Verb responded, he put it to the people like Marv One is exactly who he was talking to. He said, Marv One, if me and you get booked for a battle and the promoter says, I don't have no more money, this all I got, and you agree to it, and then a grudge match pops up, and then you get a phone call to facilitate a grudge match, what's the first thing that's going to come out of your mouth? And Marv One said, where the money come from? That sounds fair, right? So then he says, all right, cool. He says, well, once that happens, and Marv once said, no, hold on. I want to clarify. Because I agreed to my price under false pretenses, I want to renegotiate.
Right.
That makes perfect sense. What Verb later followed up with was, that's not the situation. Nobody ever told you they was paying their last. And this, that, and the third. And the situation was, in order for me to start writing for Mook, because I was in the mindset that Mook was already writing for me, I wanted a deposit.
Right.
And I didn't want half. I wanted 20 up front. If you know anything about Hitman, and if you listen to these conversations, he's saying the back end was more than the bean.
Right.
He's saying the back end was closer to 2 and some change.
Mm-hmm.
But he wanted motivation to start writing, which is
Right.
something that Hitman has always stuck to.
Yeah.
I don't write without a deposit.
Right. Right.
But he's saying that what's been hiding over the years is that him and Verb ain't been fucking with each other, but they've been keeping it low. It's like Atlanta when we found out that YSL was beefing with them. Like, we ain't know.
Yeah.
And Atlanta been telling us for years, like, shit going on in the city, we just don't tell y'all.
Right.
And then everybody catch Ricos, and we like, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of them type situations where he like, no, I been ain't fuck with him, but I reached out to Gerald McCoy, and I reached out to ARP, and I told them to tell him, this Hitman saying this, I don't fuck with him, but we don't got to go public about it.
Right.
We can just play our part, everybody go by their business, but let him know that I know what he did business-wise behind the scenes. I don't appreciate it, and I don't fuck with him. He said right after he sent that message, Verb went on Spaces and said, anybody that's supposed to get money from Gerald got to come through me. I control Gerald money now. And I remember that Spaces. I listened to it. Can I get a beer, please? And he was like, he started doing little shit that the average person wouldn't realize was directed towards him. Right? But he's saying literally that he has multiple situations, and he's naming Gerald McCoy and ARP as witnesses to these business situations. This ain't like talking about smacking them, right?
Yeah, right.
These is dudes that really operate a certain way. Gerald McCoy is doing battle rap a favor. He is a NFL fucking retiree, superstar, Hall of Fame, possibly like all of that. And he's frustrated with battle rap. He fell back from battle rap. He came into this situation to do them a favor. So he hopped on and he solidified that what Hitman was saying was not false. Which means Verb is putting some sauce on the situation. You see what I'm saying? And he's saying stuff like, come on, little nigga, come get your ball back. That's that pimp talk you always give niggas. When Hitman is like, bro, you lost me $250,000 through negotiations and you acting like you ain't do that.
Right.
Right. That's crazy.
And I'm on my way to the gym right now, so I'm gonna call y'all in a minute. Like, you know what I mean? You know Hitman, he on his regimen.
Yeah, he gonna talk heavy.
And it's one thing where like even in the spaces people were reacting to it and they were saying, well, why you ain't just chalk that 20 when you know you got a being a better on the back end? Like you ain't need the money, you could have held out. Like you're not, because they're thinking of it in battle rap senses, where there's battle rappers that need money now, and you're not one of those.
Right.
That's not business. He does real business.
Yeah.
He comes to the table and when he asks you for 200,000, he tells you how much you're about to make off pay-per-views. He tells you how much your YouTube page is going to make in 5 months. He tells you how much you could respend this. He might even help you break it down and make more. And if you give him 10% of that, he will do that. This is a different type of entity in battle rap. So when they're saying that, they're not listening to what they're saying. You're telling this nigga, yo, why you asking for $150?
Yeah. Out of a stash.
Why you asking for $150? Like, nigga, just give me something so I can tell my wife, time out. It's in motion. So I can tell my mom, look, need a couple extra days a week for you to, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, that's a thing.
No, it's a thing.
No matter how rich a nigga is, how much you think it take to make a nigga focus on another nigga when he rich?
Yeah.
Hey, that's
all
crazy.
that. Everybody
Another
get
grown
deposits.
man I gotta think about.
Everybody need deposits. For
Like,
everything.
so the back and forth, but what's sad about it is what I opened with. It feels like Philly, bro. We know that they serious out there. We know they get busy out there. We know when they start referring to people that could talk to people and that go between and who they talk to. We know that if we don't know none of these names, them is names.
Yeah, that's true.
We from a similar city. I hate to see motherfuckers that could tell you 6 niggas that know each other that could vouch for each other, but can't go and fucking have a burger and figure it out or drinking or box.
It's sad.
I just seen Dot and what's the name rumbling Bad News. Out in the parking lot of a hotel. T-Top was videotaping it, but it wasn't like that. It was one of them joints where they got to a point where they wanted to get their shit off, and nobody was rushing each other. Nobody was doing no fuck shit. Niggas was lining up. You get yourself together, line back up. Couple times niggas hit the ground. Niggas was talking shit, and after this, it's over. It wasn't for the internet, but it got posted to prove a point from what I heard.
Oh, that's crazy.
But like they got it in.
That's good.
You know what I mean? Bad News hit Dot one time. Dot did a fucking cartwheel and Bad News. Yeah, I really do this. But think about those two personalities. You think either one of them is tripping after that?
Right. No.
Fuck no. That's man shit. And think about who was videotaping it. T-Top. Like, we all have a similar understanding now. Y'all can rumble what y'all run to, and y'all can have another angle for a battle. But I ain't never seen y'all rumble.
Right.
Right? 80% of battle rap never swung a punch on nobody and talk about shooting everybody. I respect men that say, no, this was it, and we ain't hear no aftermath or no fuck shit.
Yeah, not for sure.
That's fly.
Yeah.
It reminded me of AD and China Mac a couple years back when they had their issue, and everybody was like, y'all ain't really rumble. Bro, whatever happened, they figured something out, and now they making content together and supporting each other.
I mean, shit, if Jeezy...
I gotta believe a rumble happened.
Jeezy and Gucci could do it. Anybody can.
I don't know if Gucci could do it, but...
No, I ain't talking about fighting. I'm talking about...
I know what you mean. Make some money together.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean. And the craziest thing about it is, Shakur Stevens said earlier, one thing that we forgot about was he tried to throw $1 million worth of game against It Is What It Is. And he didn't realize that Wallow and Gilly brought him and Mase back, Cam and Mase back together, and they made big bags after that in 6 months.
Yep.
So they would never go against him, and they would absolutely give them the title in hindsight. So it's just about being strategic.
Yeah, I peeped that.
It's like the difference between what Drake game plan was and what Kendrick was.
Yeah.
Shout out Hype in the comments.
Yeah!
Gang.
Yo, alright.
He dropped the episode today. What episode was it? Put it in the chat.
Sir.
If not today, yesterday. But Hype always dropping. But put it in the chat, bro.
It's
It's an autism awareness joint. I need the details. But anything else we gotta get to before we get out of here, man?
Nope.
Man, nobody got nothing they want to attack. What y'all got going on, coming up, popping? You never even said what you said the battle. You did.
Yeah, I did say the battle July 20th.
You good with it?
Yeah,
Shout out to Brand. What y'all got, man?
I'm chilling right now. I'm working on a bigger project, so I'll be back coming later on. I ain't working on nothing. I'm on vacation time.
Ain't that wrong?
I mean, I ain't mad at you.
Mental
bro.
health space.
No, creatives gotta think.
No, for sure.
Creatives gotta breathe.
I got July 20th, CCASH versus Rockboy Rome. We got Boss Beneficial versus J1.
Shout out Boss, man.
Yeah, shout out Boss. Again, his first clip still going up. Boss Beneficial versus Lear is coming soon on OTR Battle League, so go subscribe to that. July 28th, we have Voice Lounge, me and Boss again. I think we're going to have Johnny Lace in the building too.
Lace.
Oh, Lace pulling up to the 20th too. He gonna perform out there in Queens at Mama Smokes too.
Dope.
Never Not Working interview coming soon.
Who, Sammy?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Like, let's get it.
All right. I mean, I said tell them. You telling me shit.
Yeah, like, you know, this all this shit I can think of. The CCASH album is definitely about to drop. I've been having a lot of shit going on, but I got that shit under wraps. I just gotta drop these videos and then give y'all the whole little strategy or whatever the case may be. But got like 18 joints for y'all. So
Hype said 5 stars only. TTV said look out for up and coming artist BS Osama from Philly. Then he said
Dope.
got Jadakiss cosign. And Hype said you got an interview with me coming soon too.
yeah, definitely.
Word. That's fire. I like that. And Hype, actually, I don't know if y'all saw the poster. He has a live event coming up in August.
Can you
August-
show the camera?
August 4th. Which camera you want me to
The
show?
middle one. That one's not on you.
Yeah,
I
but
just
I don't know
followed
if it'll
BS
pick up.
Osama. Birch Street or something.
Oh, well.
Yeah, but this is the event, August 4th. It is a live show. It is a podcast. It is a networking event. He does have comedian Mel Harris hosting, Tone to promote. A lot of dope people, man. Mr. Know-It-All Pod. Shout out to Mr. Know-It-All. He was in here with us last week. Great, great guest. My guy, Life of Bling. It's going to be a vibe. I'm always at these joints, so I'm not going to miss it. If I got 15 minutes, I'm going to be there for an hour. So that's just how I carry it. You know what I mean? For my people. But I want y'all to be aware of that. That's somebody that's definitely one of the ones that got in the podcast space and didn't take having a voice for granted. Right? And he treats it the right way. So shout out to my guy, Hank. Like I said, we have an episode with Nobody coming soon. We have an episode with Touch Money 9. Shout out to CCASH for following up on the Touch Money 9 situation. Because it's funny because even from Nas' words, he said, man, when Cash mentioned it, I was like, shit, I've been supposed to do that joint. So it's one of them things where it's like each one, you know what I mean? Lend a hand, and all of that. But I appreciate it. Great episode. Both of those coming soon. We got some more dope stuff coming. We do have to figure out a live show for y'all, but I just haven't been rushing it, man.
Yeah, why not?
And I've been getting some phone calls from Sunny Brick. I think y'all gonna see a lot more of her again very, 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 very soon. So thank y'all for supporting. Like I said, if you ain't subscribed, please subscribe. If you didn't like, please like. If you didn't share, please share. You can pick one of the three, do all three, and be a superstar and MVP. And we're going to have some giveaways coming to the page soon since we're doing the live streams. We're going to randomly pick people that are doing the things that I'm saying, and we're going to give y'all some dope stuff, man. Might even give away some cash. His. But, Kay.
Yep.
What you got to say?
I give away some green shit, just not cash.
I'm ready to get out of here.
Man, you got to. Penwood City. Penwood City. You got motherfuckers in Alaska. You trying to send them range. Nah, but we out of here, man. We see y'all next Monday, man. Our new starting time is 6 p.m. because we are topic heavy and y'all are being responsive. So we just going to make sure we give ourselves space to do so in the right way. But appreciate y'all, man. Tap in every week. Let us know what y'all wanted to talk about, and we might add it to the list if it makes sense. We out here, man. Fly Shit Only, please and thank you, because I am. This is Sippin' with Sammy. I am Mr. Fly Shit Only, the one and only Sippin' with Sammy. Sam Malone, Barstool Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammy, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together.
Damn, Sammy, you done fucked up. Fucking yuppie transplants. Move the fuck out. Get out of our fucking city. You ain't even fucking born here. Tired of you.